so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If you're looking to make someone's day a little sweeter, Nothing Bundt Cakes has the perfect treat. From our bite-sized buntinis to our delicious 8 and 10-inch Bundt Cakes, every cake is baked fresh daily and topped with our signature cream cheese frosting. Birthdays, celebrations, office treats, or just because. There's always a reason for a Bundt Cake. Come see us in Greenville in the Law Promenade Shopping Center near Longhorn and let us help you share a little joy, one bunt at a time. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Make life a little sweeter every day.
Small business, you don't just do the job. You're also the hiring manager, the payroll department, the benefits team, usually all before lunch. Gusto knows this. So Gusto has come up with a way to take a few of those off your plate quickly and seamlessly because Gusto's online payroll and benefits software built for small businesses. It's all-in-one, remote-friendly, and incredibly easy to use. So you can pay, hire, onboard, and support your team from anywhere. Unlimited payroll runs for one monthly price. No hidden fees, no surprises. Save time with built-in automated tools, offer letters, onboarding docs, direct deposit, and more. It's quick and simple to switch to Gusto. Just transfer your existing data to get up and running fast. Plus, don't pay a cent until you run your first payroll. Try Gusto today at gusto.com/rich and get 3 months free when you run your first payroll. That's 3 months of free payroll at gusto.com/rich. One more time, it's gusto.com/rich. I made a flippant comment to start the show, and I kind of regret it. So I just want to hit it here because I saw Del Tufo's hat, and I asked him if Kyle Tucker gave it to him. Listen, Dave Roberts is an outstanding manager, and there's a reason why skippers of baseball teams are called managers rather than coaches, right? Sure, they coach up, but managers manage. They manage the game, they manage a clubhouse, and they manage your different personalities, and they also manage the feelings of their players. And I think Dave Roberts has maybe the biggest challenge of his entire tenure with the Dodgers on his biggest challenge on his hands right now with Kyle Tucker. Listen, I know he's obscenely rich and he had a huge contract and those things can weigh on you. But he's lost right now. Eric Karras, who calls games locally here in Los Angeles, on last night's broadcast, suggested maybe even sending him down.
Oh, whoa.
Because it's not just his difficulty hitting right now. He's lost the ability to catch a baseball. It's just amazing.
Such a
It's like having the yips.
What it will do to you. The it is adversity. The it is the pressure. And there was a shot of Tucker in the dugout, wiping away tears. Just got to wonder what has gotten into him, his loss of confidence.
He hasn't had a hit in over a week.
But he's taking it out into the field right now.
Yeah.
And again, Roberts has got an uncanny ability to push a button and know what it takes. I'm just trying to figure out another time of his tenure here, another player that he may have had that, he's also the type of guy that can throw an arm around somebody. The clubhouse is filled with high character guys as well.
Didn't Max Muncy kind of lose it there for a little bit a couple years ago?
I don't recall anybody like this. So I kind of regret making that flippant comment right off the bat. I should know better. So I apologize on that front because this ain't easy, man.
Yeah.
Baseball's a tough game, and right. I mean, that's that line from a league of their own.
Hard.
It's there's no crying in baseball, but yeah, there is. And baseball's hard because if it was easy, everyone would do it. And so no one likes to see anyone struggling. And I know, again, Dave Roberts, I'm assuming, will know what to do here. But sending him down would be quite a development.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're going to do that either. But at least the Dodgers have the ability to, absorb somebody's difficulties and continue to move on. That wraps up this edition of the Rich Eisen Show. We're back on Wednesday to
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Shohei Ohtani's interpreter was fired today. Ippei Mitsuhara ran up gambling debts to a Southern California bookmaking operation.
The inside story of the biggest scandal in modern baseball.
He was absolutely bananas, the amount of bets he was making. I've never seen anything like it.
From 30 for 30 podcasts, this is The Betrayal of Shohei Ohtani.
Presented by Gusto. Episodes 1 and 2 available now. Listen wherever you get podcasts.
What's going on here?
The greatest party of all time! It's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my whole life!
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linville Joseph. Come welcome Linville back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Kickoff Party. Brought to you by Greenville Utilities, Jones, Covey & Company, PA, Capital Subaru of Greenville, KDL Construction, New Blue, Patio and Hearth Shop, Orthopedics East, IBC Roofing, and Carolina Eagle Distributors. Party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This August, head on down to Capital Subaru of Greenville for the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get behind the wheel of a select brand new 2026 Subaru Forester at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Get there now because rates as low as 1.9% APR are available for 36 months with approved credit. So don't hesitate. It's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville off Memorial Drive or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Hurry down to the lot today before this deal ends. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. Offer expires August 31st, 2026.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And now with 3 locations. A brand new Country Mart is now open on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021 for a roof that's built to last and service you can trust. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. Close your eyes and picture this. Sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street in Greenville, or online at latavara.restaurant.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Big hell yeah right there, isn't it? How about that?
How about them Pirates, baby?
Hakeem Richmond hits the shot.
What a shot!
Unbelievable.
What a shot, Jeffrey!
Oh my God.
Oh my God! My God!
You know, we don't have any turds.
You don't win with turds. I know no other way to put it. It kind of looks like a turd in a punch bowl.
Tarp's off. There's local politics, bud.
Grant with a shot at the buzzer. No good. And you can pay this one per ball. They storm McClure at Williams Arena, Minji's Coliseum.
Who is it cool for?
First down and 10. Johnson gets a shoulder square. Watch out! He's got getting away from the top speed. Touchdown!
Here is that.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the First Flight Credit Union Studio, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville. 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app powered by Carolina Caliber. You can find us on YouTube. Come hang out with us. Be part of the chat gang. Chime in on today's show as we talk all levels of football, high school, ECU and college, NFL. A little baseball talk coming up on today's show as well, because the Mully Man, Mike Mullis, is here on a Tuesday. He'll join us hour number one in the First Flight Credit Union studio. Hour two, we'll go Schwartz on sports. Luke Schwartz has been out at ECU practice. He was at the scrimmage on Saturday. We'll talk Pirate football. He's getting ready for the Blitz coming up Friday night on WCTI 12. We'll talk high school football, and he is coming off a Super Bowl for his favorite NFL team, the Washington native. We'll talk a little Seahawks and NFL coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. And Jim Szoke, the voice of the ECU football Pirates, also a part of the Panthers radio network, will join us coming up at 5 o'clock. We'll get his take on Pirate football and talk a little Carolina Panthers too with Jim Szoke coming up later on in our program. We have got Jared Watkins producing. Hello, Jared.
What's up, Clip? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Yeah.
All right, good to hear. And we got the Jack Man. What's up, Jack?
What's going on?
What's going on with you? Let's welcome in the Mully Man, Mike Mullis, to the dais. Hello, Mully.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I am great.
Good.
Thank you for asking.
Good. Yeah, man.
Everything good in your world?
Yeah. What'd you welcome me into, the dais?
Yeah.
Okay. I just was making sure I didn't mishear that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if that works or not. Where to begin today?
Let's go big out of the gate.
You want to go big?
Let's go big out of the gate.
How big you want to go?
As big as you can.
I can't believe you even started the show like that.
As big as you can make it. Let's go big.
Boy, the gas prices.
Boy, they're a little bit better.
All right, hey, they're getting better. There you go.
The temperature out there's big.
Yeah, that is. That's
freaking hot.
That's a high number.
Can you imagine not like getting ready for football and then out and practice? And even if they go early in the morning, man, it's tough out there.
About 95 degrees out there this morning.
Yeah, it's hot.
Well, at the scrimmage the other day, they wrapped it up around 11-ish or something, and Harold said they usually do this at the beginning. I was very confused of what they were doing at first, but they were all lined up. You know how you can sing and around?
Yeah.
And so
row your boat.
That's a great example.
That's that's a go-to for that, teaching that.
Offense, defense lined up at the 20, and they hand it to the running back and run 20 yards upfield. and then line back up, and then another group of offense, defense lines up at the 20. And basically, it's a conditioning drill with a football.
Right.
And so after I found out, nobody's tackling anybody. What are they doing? Once I found out what they were doing, I was like, okay, pretty good idea here. At least you get a ball. They're throwing screens and stuff. But it was a lot of running after a scrimmage and a practice. And Zach Kaplan and I had our fat tails by the giant fan on the sidelines. And, boy, that felt good.
Yeah.
I was feeling good.
Well, and I know it's a lot for you guys out there, not quite in mid-season conditions. Yeah. So, no, look, man, I've always been a fan of conditioning as part of the game. I mean, in baseball, if it's running bases or, shagging fly balls or whatever, getting ground balls, doing something that's more than just, hey, let's take off and run poles.
Let's check in with the chat gang because I'm getting tired hearing Mully talk about conditioning. Jerry says, hello. We are the PRL chat gang. Pike liked the stream.
What's up, Pike?
He says, ask for more likes. You're telling me to ask people for likes? All right, hit the like, hit the thumb. It's really easy. There's not a lot to it, folks. Just one little click, and you'll be good to go. Steve says, hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Steve says, what's up, Mully?
Hey, buddy.
Steve says, Clip's been binge watching Comedy Central Celebrity Roast. Have I been roasting folks?
I don't know.
Man, not to go too into like Greg, R.I.P. Greg Giraldo.
Rest in peace.
I mean, Jeff Ross is the roast master, but Greg Giraldo was the best. And that I can't say the one about Ralphie May and ordering a pizza, and he's the only one that, Jamie says, hey now. I was trying to think of a clean way to say that one, and I don't think there is one. Mully, you're starting an MLB team today. Congratulations. You can pick one Pirate from the current MLB. Who you got?
I mean, that's a trap question. I mean, you got to go Burley right this second, right? He's on fire.
It's kind of like football, though. Do you start with a position guy, or do you want your quarterback? Do you want your starting pitcher?
I mean, position player plays every day. Obviously, pitching is critical.
And Burley pitched. You can turn him into a
right. He's a two-way guy at that level. He and Ohtani. From a starting pitching standpoint, Gavin has been.
But your answer is Burley.
But I think what Burley's doing, he's leading the Major League Baseball in RBIs and doubles, if I'm not mistaken.
You put him in the middle of the lineup, and you feel pretty darn good.
Here's the deal, and people talk about like contract year for him and all the things that are. Unfortunately, everybody that's facing this contract year situation's also facing what feels like an imminent lockout going into next season. So a little bit unfortunate from a negotiating standpoint, and probably timing is terrible. But man, for the price you could pay for him and his production, if the projected numbers at 4 years at $40 million, $10 million a year seems like a bargain for a Silver Slugger winner and a guy that has produced the way that he has produced. He's certainly had a monster year. And then, we can't talk about him without talking about the weekend that Dixon Williams had. That dude, 10 RBIs in a game, that's just incredible. Comes out the next day and backs it up. So a lot of Pirates doing a lot of big things, those two guys. Again, recency bias, but they kind of jump off the page at you. They have been certainly otherworldly here in the last, week to 10 days.
Dixon Williams joined us on the show yesterday, and as modest as he can be, but I was glad to see him getting some shine. He was on MLB.com. They wrote an article about him. I was going to introduce him as the hottest baseball player on the planet, but Baseball America beat me to it. They had an article about the hottest prospects in baseball right now. He was number one on the list. So congratulations to him for the awesome historic numbers he put up and for getting the recognition. And it was cool to talk to him too, Mully, as a Braves fan, because I've always heard, and they've gone through different GMs and ownership over the years, but I've always heard about their great farm system. And Dixon, I said, hey, is that kind of lip service, or can you attest to it? And he said, it's awesome. He even said, I've talked to other guys, and it's not this way, and you know, Mully, but he even said they have a team feel to it where guys are rooting for each other instead of against each other. And I don't think it's like that everywhere either. That sounded pretty cool.
No, it's not. And again, the game has changed so much, man, with limited draft and the way that guys get to that level. But, I remember talking, and this has been decades ago, to Glenn Tucker, who played here at East Carolina and then was in the Braves organization. And he tells a story when he was I think it was AA at the time, at Myrtle Beach. One of the Giles, was it Brian Giles was a Brave?
Marcus Giles was a
Brian's brother.
It was down on a rehab assignment, towards the end of the season as they were making a run into the playoffs, and like he goes hard and scores a big run, and he jumps up, and it's a dude's been in like a legitimate big leaguer. They win the game, which maybe put him in first place, and Giles takes the whole team out to dinner, real big league thing to do, but it was very team centric. So, I mean, a lot of that is just the culture that's created. Each organization is different. I mean, every organization, regardless of a sport, a business, whatever. I was just having a conversation with a business owner literally before I got here today, and I just commended him on the culture he created, and that was a large part of their success. I think, man, culture is everything. It's the whole team over talent kind of deal, and it's a whole lot more fun as a baseball player when you're playing right at 200 baseball games to play in an environment that means something, that you do have other people pulling for you and that you're pulling for them.
Mike Mullis joining us. Steve's comment about the roast was they use the word dais all the time. You're right, Steve. That's probably where I first heard it. Susan Deans, the Panthers fan, says, hey, guys. Hello, Susan. I know she's looking forward to a Panthers season. And check out our Jim Szoke interview later today as we talk Pirates and Panthers. Jamie said Gilbert Gottfried is his favorite roaster. Steve says Nikki Glazer is a great roaster. All right.
Yeah, she all right. The Gilbert Gottfried joke, I think it's about Joan Rivers with the sandwiches. That's a good one. I use that quite a bit.
All right. I'll look that one up. Molly, do you enjoy the I don't really like the new roast because it's athletes that you can tell just people wrote their jokes. So if it's not
delivered like the Tom Brady stuff,
if it's not coming from you in your head, then I don't respect it that
Tom Brady coming back to the Kevin Hart roast was awful.
Yeah,
I mean, some of them are really funny and some of them are just vulgarity for the sake of stringing together cuss words.
True.
But some of them it can be funny, sure.
Mully, baseball news.
Yep.
Jason Dietrich.
Yeah.
Is out as the coach of
Cal State
Fullerton. He is, I believe I read, resigning.
Yep.
Is that how they put it out there? You got the story there? Why the decision to resign?
I know just in conversation with Coach Dietz in the past, Cal State Fullerton had obviously a historically unbelievable program, going back to, Phil Devin and just different guys. I remember watching him play in Omaha with, back in the day. And anyway, kind of a dream job for Dietz. But as the landscape of college athletics has changed, Cal State Fullerton is one of the programs that has kind of decided, like, hey, we're not going to try to keep up with the Joneses. And what that's done in that California landscape is put them at a great deficit from the standpoint of being able to compensate players, being able to additional scholarships, all the things that we've seen the buy-in here at East Carolina. But when you look at the cost of attending Cal State Fullerton, you look at the cost of just living in that area. You're having to raise a tremendous amount of money to be able to kind of stay at the same level. So I think all those things, the resources and all, kind of caught up with the opportunity. I know, again, talking to Dietz at one point, he had mentioned he had a number of kids enter the portal that was, it was just hard to re-recruit it every year and try to remain at least somewhat competitive. So, we see him leaving, and obviously there's a tremendous amount of speculation of what will be coming from the baseball program here at the end of August. Coach Godwin has kind of the ultimate teased a big announcement. So a lot of speculation. Is it going to be potentially Jason Dietrich that we'll see back in purple and gold? Is it potentially?
Come on down.
Yeah, we've the Dick Schnabel thing is certainly flying around, but Coach Schnabel, we have seen as of I think Saturday, he launched some stuff on social media about his
training or
his recruiting service.
Okay.
Helping folks with that, but it'll be interesting to see anytime that you have an opportunity to secure the services of any guy of that level, either one of those men, it's something you have to consider, and it'll be interesting to see if that is indeed what happens.
I would love to see like Dave Roberts stepping down from the Dodgers and just every baseball coaching connection we make to like, oh, are they coming to ECU?
Right.
Now, these two that have happened over the last week or so are realistic possibilities.
Well, when you have family ties to the area, and Coach Dietrich's got family here, son at J. Rose.
And Nick Schnabel has a son coming here.
Yeah, in a couple of years from now, so a little bit different.
Yeah.
But, so, I mean, it's easy to draw those lines. And, but again, it's all kind of part of the growth of the program. And, let's face it, East Carolina baseball, I'm sure Coach Godwin is happy with where he's at, but is in a very unique position having the youth that they have, both at your basically your two main assistant positions, not being the associate head coach position that Jeff Palumbo's in, but your pitching coach and your hitting guy are both, first year guys. So, if you could offer a little age, there's nothing wrong with that. And some guys who have kind of been through the trenches that these younger guys can learn from, I would have to think that you look at those options as thoroughly as you can. And again, Clip, at this point, we're just talking about what may or may not happen. I am certainly not saying I've heard anything or I expect that to happen. But the timing is very interesting, and it would be pretty cool to see that work out with either one of those guys. Be huge assets to the program.
Mike Mullis joining us. Man, Cal State Fullerton since 2000 has been to 8 College World Series and has won one.
Yeah, it's a perennial program.
I mean, that I didn't realize it was that, but
pull up their guys that have been in Major League Baseball. It's a pretty impressive list.
COVID combined with the new rules of college athletics seems to be the tipping point. So they were 4-12 when the season got canceled in 2020. And then 2021 was Rick Vanderhook's final year there, and they only won 20 ball games. Jason Dietrich took them to one NCAA tournament in 2023, but outside of that, I mean, the win totals since 2020 have been 20, 22, 32, 16, 29, and that kind of coincides with what you're talking about, Mully, with the new age of college athletics.
Yep.
And do you have the funds to keep up, or are you willing to even try to keep up?
And that's the deal, man. I mean, it's an arms race at the highest level now, and obviously that California market is almost a beast into itself. So, everybody has to make those business decisions, and one of my kind of favoritisms is the juice worth the squeeze, and in this situation, it looks like Coach Dietrich has decided to move on.
As of the 2021 season, there have been 70 Major League Baseball players who played at Cal State Fullerton. Some of the names: Michael Lorenzen, Matt Chapman, Jeremy Giambi, Mark Kotze, Phil Nevin. I remember we had a bunch of Phil Nevin cards because he was supposed to be the man.
Yeah,
Molly,
I love watching him play third base. Really, really good player, and had a decent little, big league. I say decent. But, was a high draft pick and a guy that, I
remember with the Padres, I want to say. Yep. Had a bunch of his cards. Tim Wallach, I remember him in an Expos hat.
Yeah, that's right.
Say. Kurt Suzuki, former Braves catcher. Is he a manager now? Or what's he doing?
I think he's a minor league manager, yeah.
And the beard, Justin Turner.
Actually, Kurt Suzuki may be at the big league level, but I am 90% sure he is managing somewhere.
Kurt Suzuki.
Is he in Anaheim by chance? Is that...
He is the manager of the Angels. Well, good call. There we go. And, former Brave. Did he win a World Series? He did with the Nationals. So there you go. Great lineage there. Mike Mullis joining us while we're talking baseball, and then we'll take a break and some football talk. So before the Brian Bailey show, he said, man, see Pete Crow Armstrong last night? And I said, no. All I saw from that game was the brawl, which tells you there's like two different worlds. On social media, all I saw was a giant brawl in the stands between White Sox and Cubs fans. Didn't even know that Armstrong was the first player, I heard this on the radio, since the 50s to hit the first pitch of the game and the last pitch of the game out for a home run. Now, he's not somebody's done it since then, I guess, where they hit a home run, maybe a leadoff home run and a walk-off, but the first pitch and the last pitch.
Yeah.
Obviously the last pitch, but
right.
But no, Pete Crow Armstrong, now hearing his name with the MVP talk. I guess not to be outdone, Shohei hit a couple last night too. So.
Well, and I think the biggest story of the week is the call up for the Cardinals. I'm drawing a blank on
three
home runs. The first pitch he sees, he hits out of the park, but his first 3 major league at bats, he hits 3 home runs. So, yeah, it's been an offensive week in Major League Baseball. And then you have the other side and watching the poor Clark with the Dodgers just cannot seem to catch a cold.
Tucker,
yeah. Just, I mean, man, with the struggles he's had, and even at one point there's a highlight of him leaving the dugout and kind of kind of trying to get Shohei to go out and play the outfield. It was, it's been tough to watch that guy. I feel terrible for him.
Is MLB trying to go the WNBA route where they just have these crazy stories to get people? Because I don't remember hearing about this one a lot. We were talking about this at Sports Trivia last night. Marte, the second baseman for the Diamondbacks, didn't show up. He went AWOL and was put on a restricted list. This is the second straight season, apparently, that he has gone AWOL. He failed to show up for Arizona's game against the Red Sox on Monday night.
Well,
and my first thought was like, is he okay?
Right.
But yeah, I guess he is.
Apparently he's not in some capacity. Okay. I mean, that's kind of a bad decision, but yeah, I don't answer your question. Is it a storyline? I don't know. It just seems that we live in a different day and time as it relates to athletes in its entirety, and there's a lot more entitlement, if you will, and maybe a complete lack of respect for the team and for the hierarchy that is. But you just never know what you're going to see out of these professional athletes, especially as well compensated as they are now. But
I don't know this dude at all. Have you talked about? Do you know the Diamondbacks manager? Tori Lavello?
Yeah. I just know who he is. No,
okay, all right. No. Must have been somebody else. Saw CC Sabathia. I saw a picture of him in the stands watching his son pitch, Mullis.
Yeah.
That's pretty
What's
cool.
crazy now, and I, again, had lunch with some guys a little bit ago, and they were talking about Frank Thomas's son is coming through the ranks right now. I'm talking about in the perfect game, and he's committed to,
awesome.
Of course, Auburn. But it's crazy, man. All these guys that we watch now, we're going to soon have a chance to watch their kids. No different than I guess we've already seen that. We talked about Vlad Jr. We've seen just seen a number of guys that the Holiday boys, Matt Holiday's kids, both in the pro ranks. Jackson finally figuring it out with the Orioles, who have played pretty well of late.
Yeah, I think Pete Alonso has got it going.
Yeah, he's figured it out a little
Baltimore.
bit. What's funny, you look at what the Red Sox were doing on such a tear there for a while, and then they turn around and get bludgeoned. And I'll tell you the other interesting storyline, and it seems weird to say Milwaukee took 3 out of 4 from the Dodgers, but Milwaukee is they've got
they got the most wins in baseball.
Club last year had the most wins in the regular season, but it just still seems weird that anybody would take 3 out of 4 from the Dodgers, and the last one they beat Scooball. So baseball's interesting, and kind of I don't know where we end up at the end of this season as it relates to what it looks like for next year. So if you love the game, you better get all of it you can right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Milwaukee, I just don't trust them. It's funny, like they say, do you have enough pitching for the playoffs? But for Milwaukee, I just feel like they're going to be in some 3-2 games, and they're not going to be able to get the big hit. But it's on them to change that. We see new champions every year, but that is what I think when I think Brewers in the playoffs. I just don't think they can get enough runs. So we shall see. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little football. Jared's got a question. Go ahead and ask it, Jared, so Mully and I can start thinking
So I was doing
some people.
hate research on Justin Herbert last night, and I came up with how much longer will this guy get a pass?
How much longer will this guy get a pass? It's about time, Mully. This guy stops getting a pass. Don't say your guy. We'll take a break, come back. Dang, we'll have more for you after this.
Bring the taste of New England to your table at Basil's. Try the crispy clam fritters, fresh Cape Cod chopped salad, classic linguine with clam sauce, or the savory Clams Casino pizza. Every dish is packed with bold coastal flavor and made fresh just for you. Pair it with your favorite beer, wine, or one of Basil's handcrafted cocktails. Eat local, drink local. Basil's on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Pirates supporting pirates.
And now a word from our sponsor, Bud Light. There's nothing better than the clean, crisp... There's nothing better than the clean, crisp... what if we just got out of here and grabbed some Bud Lights?
But man, we're on air for 4 more hours.
They'll figure it out.
Sounds good to me.
Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. Stock up now. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Ready to save money on your current automobile loan? Right now, our road to savings couldn't be faster. At First Flight, we're making borrowing easy with our limited-time auto refinance promotion. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary to see how one of our experienced lenders can beat your current auto loan rate by 0.5%. All local residents are membership eligible. Terms and conditions do apply. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Is your car making strange noises? Or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care. From quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at children'shealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or aa.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home. Where the Pirates fly.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Danny Beal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was easy to work with when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
This is Touchdown Tony Collins, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The very best bagels in Greenville are at Bagel Man. Open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with breakfast sandwiches, deli favorites, fresh-made desserts, and more. Bagel Man, where Pirate Nation fuels up for game day or any day. Visit Bagel Man on Fire Tower Road or order online at ncbagelman.com. And stay tuned for a new Bagel Man location coming soon. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. We've gone through our Appliances Superstore opponent previews. We're talking Pirate football every day. We've been out to scrimmages. We've got media day. I'm close to that point. I get here every August where I'm about talked out and ready for some games. Like, I don't think my preseason opinion is going to change much. Maybe when they announce the starting quarterback, but it's not going to make my record fluctuate whether they name Griffiths or Williams because, yeah, we're going to see both probably. may the best man win once the real bullets start flying. But Mully, as we get closer, anything changed with your opinion on Pirate football?
No. I mean, I'll go right to the opener. I just don't. What are we sitting at? Last time we talked last week, I think it was 28. Let's say it's at 26.5. I still think the Pirates cover that. I just don't think they're going to lose that badly to Alabama. I mean, it's the right time to play Alabama if you're gonna get them early. So I mean, I'm excited about the season. I think I like everything I hear about the roster, and Blake Harrell's super easy to cheer for, and his staff. So I think it's an 8 or 9 win team.
We are inside of 20 days. We are 18 days away on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff. You can call DP, David Price Construction, 919-820-3612, davidpriceconstruction.com, Pirates supporting Pirates. So we are getting close to that. Mully, this week, this Saturday is week -1, which means next week will be week 0.
Right.
And by the way, there will be a week -1 before I die, I'm going to predict. Something else that may happen before I die, and this may kill me. But Roger Goodell said there is no doubt that the NFL will have a team outside or teams outside the USA.
No.
So
shrink the game.
We got to change the league name. It's got to be the IFL. It can't be the National Football League.
International Football League
with international teams.
There's not, 32 quality quarterbacks in the league, and we're going to add teams.
I've been saying that for how many years? Like, the problem, there is a deficiency at that position, and that's the most coveted position in all of sports, is that marquee quarterback. And there's not enough to go around. And quite frankly, we're currently watching the demise of Patrick Mahomes. We got one more year of dealing with Aaron Rodgers, but he's still better than a lot of options.
Yeah,
we're not adding these guys that you go, you know what, that dude's going to be a surefire, a big time NFL quarterback. I mean, there's some guys you feel a little bit better about than others, but when Kirk Cousins still has a job, that's that just kind of tells you where we're at.
That's the Browns or the Falcons or the Jets. They have a quarterback they can lend to the Europe Dragons. No.
It's like I think it was Rich Eisen this morning or this afternoon, where she's like, hot take, the 2027 starter for the Falcons isn't on the roster. It's like, is that a hot take?
Right, yeah, no.
They had to go sign Cooper Rush because nobody's healthy.
Falcons fans better hope not that their starter next year is on the roster. All right, Jared, what is your question for us?
How much longer will this guy get a pass?
So
and this is inspired by a terrible segment that was on Unsportsmanlike, where they were trying to crap on Joe Burrow and somehow ended up praising Justin Herbert while crapping on Joe Burrow. Like, it makes no sense. The guy's been to a Super Bowl, and we're going to put Justin Herbert above Joe Burrow.
This is tough for me because I'm not young, but I am on the internet quite a bit. I think my addiction to Twitter has gotten a little better. I'm not as I don't need to be on it as much. It's a pretty nasty place. But my point is, I feel like everybody gets crapped on now. So I don't feel like a lot of guys are getting passes anymore. There is one big one, and you mentioned, and I'll let you talk about it. Well, there might be another one, but Mully, who's your guy? It's time to start giving him a pass.
Jordan Love.
Come on, man.
Playoff winner.
Come on, man.
So this goes back to what's optimism? What are we describing or defining as? I'm tired of watching that guy play. And there again, another example of he would be an ideal backup.
Come on, no.
The dude is terribly inconsistent.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
And we're talking, this isn't like, what's he, 5 years into the league now?
Let me ask you this. Is this a spoiled Packers fan that has watched Favre and Rodgers pretty much your entire life saying this guy stinks? Or would you say this if you've had 20 years of bad quarterbacks?
I guess it would be better than bad. He's dead in the middle of the pack, and not even that. I think he's in the middle of the pack on his good days. His bad days are egregious.
Yeah, okay.
They are bad. But again, it's another example of there just isn't enough of them to go around.
That's true.
So
I'm just not quite ready to say make or break for Jordan Love.
I would have liked to see Malik Willis give him a little more, but that ship has sailed.
I just looked at this because, I mean, I thought about Jordan Love, putting him on my list, but it's like I feel like he's fairly placed and fairly scrutinized in the media and like in the league.
All right. Well, but Justin Herbert is your poster boy for this, but didn't you mention another name earlier?
Joe Burrow?
No. Okay, maybe you didn't.
Oh, I mean, maybe I mentioned it to you off the air. Josh Allen. How much longer is he going to get a pass? Just a regular season darling.
I don't think that's fair. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks we've seen.
If you're gonna poo-poo Jordan Love, then you can't go with Josh Allen.
I'm just talking about where they stand and how they're looked at in the league.
I would far rather have Josh Allen.
Of course, yeah, but I mean, we can't have these people saying he's definitively the greatest quarterback when he hasn't done anything in the postseason.
But you also need.
Then we got to go Dak Prescott.
You also need somebody else besides Josh Allen to be good on that team.
Well, they've had some guys, but
this brings me back to the Justin Herbert thing. It's like it's got to be his fault at some point. Like they've given him an offensive line, a run game, a defense. They fired the coach, gave him another one. Like
how long's Harbaugh been there?
I was talking to Josh Allen on that thing. It's like it's just excuse after excuse, and at some point, like the blame's got to go on the quarterback.
I think the poster boy for this just happened to leave the league 1 year too early before we could have this conversation, and that would have been my man Russ.
Yeah.
That
boy,
that day. But you know what, man? He's the savior. He's coming in. He's going to be able to turn this around. We'll give him his own office and the whole thing, and man, he just laid lead balloon after lead balloon.
There are discussions about, Belichick's doing all he can right now. Can you be a Hall of Famer and then ruin it by staying in too long? Because Russ, if you look at him as a Hall of Famer, really tried to take his bust out of Canton, and Belichick's doing all he can. You still got to put Belichick in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I mean, but I'm saying the legacy is really being tarnished.
Well, and Belichick's was more tarnished before his time at Carolina to me, when just he loses Tom Brady and then loses the whole team.
Games, yeah.
Now Tom Brady wasn't the only piece that left that team, but that's obviously the standout piece. And then Tom and his buddy Gronk go down to Tampa and win another one, which really made Belichick look a whole lot less needed.
So I watched old Dan Marino. When I started watching football, it was Montana going into Steve Young. It was Brett Favre. It was the early Peyton Manning. Like those were the big time QBs. But I need to ask somebody older than maybe than anybody in here. What was the Dan Marino talk? Because he set all the records and put up all the yards. Well, I can, but maybe somebody even older than you, Mully. I was putting you with my age today.
Okay,
because last time,
I think
you're with me.
From a sports fandom standpoint, I think that's probably fair. Close to it anyway.
Yeah. But, Dan Marino is Joe Burrow's on his path, going to a Super Bowl, not winning a Super Bowl, and then never getting back.
Well, then you got to put Jim Kelly in there.
There we go. Yeah. I mean, how much? I don't think winning a championship is the end all be all, which is why I don't like saying Josh Allen.
You know what? Unfortunately, Clip,
should stop getting a pass.
Unfortunately, the winning of the championship is absolutely the end all be all.
Then nobody should talk about LeBron James in a negative light for going to different teams.
My thing with these quarterbacks is the opposite end of the coin with Lamar Jackson, where all he gets is crap done by the media when he flails in the playoffs. But these guys do it, and they are held to the bar is lowered so much for these guys.
And it's interesting you use LeBron James because I don't think he's given a pass in any status. Yes, he's won championships. How he's gone about winning those championships, to me, takes a little bit of shine off of him. But he's won them, and that's why you play the game.
Lamar Jackson is 3-5 in the playoffs. Josh Allen 8-7. 15 postseason games.
Hold on, we have left out a very obvious one.
Who?
Deshaun Watson. How's he even got a job?
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's getting a pass.
He's getting a pass by getting a paycheck.
That is true.
Because not only did he have some pretty egregious decisions off the field, he has been terrible.
I know, that is
terrible, awful. How many years yes, he has paid well.
Yeah.
When's the last time we saw him good other than his
last year in Houston, but they won 4 games, but he still threw for 5,000 yards.
Right. But that's been 4 seasons, 3
He was
I don't even think I could drink legally then. That's how long ago it was.
But that dude still has a freaking job, and he's backed up by Sanders, who could play dead in a Western. And you watch that game the other day, and it's just Deshaun Watson looked like a freaking all NFL player compared to when Sanders comes in.
Yeah.
Which was atrocious.
And it was funny. I was going through the current starting quarterbacks in the league with the playoff win to kind of crap on Justin Herbert. And I was like, oh, damn, Deshaun Watson's won a playoff game. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. But we go the other way. Okay, what's the guy that doesn't get enough credit? Well, you got to look at a dude like Joe Flacco. Dude's on the sofa. Comes back. And you know what? And for what they pay him and for what he produces, man, that's an absolute home run.
He came into that game last year, and they're calling plays. He's like, I don't know what they're saying. You go this way, you do that.
Run a little out or whatever.
Right, and just keep showing up.
Yeah.
Jamie says, Justin Herbert versus Derek Carr through 6 years, actually kind of similar. Herbert has more yards.
I don't know if this would be a hot take, but what about Brock Purdy out of San Francisco? Think about all the weapons that he has, and yet they have not done anything. He's
a weird study because there are people that crap on him and say anybody could succeed in the Shanahan offense and stuff like that, and Purdy is not special. And then some say, hey, for Mr. Irrelevant to do what he's done and get this team in the playoffs every year is pretty damn special. So I don't know. I think he gets a fair balance of hate and leniency.
Well, and I think that he is overshadowed by the injuries that San Fran seems to have every year.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey, right out of the gate, he's going to get hurt. Debo and they're going to have these huge injuries that you're like, it ain't Purdy's fault.
Mully, you know, it would have been a perfect answer for this. The guy that one of our origin stories of sports talk together. Andrew Luck.
No, when you were
Mully took away his pass way before he retired.
The elite conversation came up as it relates to Andrew Luck. Listen, he's not even elite as the GM for athletics at Stanford. That dude is. I mean, his ship has sailed, but he certainly as an NFL quarterback for a guy that came in with as highly heralded as anybody.
Can't miss. No
brainer. Lay all your chips in. This dude's going to Canton. Wow. And look, I know we got beat up a little bit. I get all that, but that's part of the game.
Yeah. And to Jamie's point with the Derek Carr stuff, if Justin Herbert was talked about like Derek Carr was talked about, this wouldn't be a topic for me. Like that's what I'm getting at. They treat him like the second coming of Christ, and he's done nothing.
I think your hate. I think you embellish a little bit. I think
my hate is grown from just watching ESPN and all these talking heads consistently, and they hold him to no standard whatsoever.
Do you know how many people hate Derek Carr because of listening to you on this show?
I mean, that's one person. And I mean, how many people are watching the YouTube right now?
J-Bone, why are you conjuring up memories of watching Star Wars? I feel like you're like the Darth Vader. I feel the hate growing in you kind of thing. The dark side is strong with this one.
That's why I like Jarrett, though. He is he's a true fan. Yeah. He hates his opponents more than he loves his own team.
He hates everyone equally.
No, that is not
That's
true.
Not true, Jackson.
Actually, not true. He hates everyone, but it's not equally.
You think Jarrett hates me the same amount he hates you?
Oh, no, I don't hate
Clip.
Well, there we go.
How about that? That was the sweetest thing you've ever said.
Appreciate it, Jarrett. Thank you.
I got you.
That should be a hallmark.
And you don't hate Jackson either.
No.
Really?
No.
I don't like you, but that doesn't mean I hate you.
There's levels to it.
Jeez.
All right, Mully. Thanks for joining us.
I tell you what. I feel the hate instead of feeling the love.
We need to do a Jarrett.
Love you, Mully.
Love you too.
Oh wow, we need to do a Jarrett hate segment every Tuesday when Mully.
Hey, you got to start with the song though. What's the I hate everything about you?
I hate that one. Yeah. Oh no, or hate everything about you.
Either one of
Ugly Kid Joe.
Either one of them are appropriate.
We'll take a break. Come back. Wrap up hour one. We got Schwartz on sports. Luke Schwartz joining us, also Jim Szoke to talk some Pirate football. A lot more to go. Pirate Radio Live back with you on a Tuesday after this.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Pirates. Go Pirates.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
Pepper, oh no, they didn't. Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen.
The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza is back for only $14.99. The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza made from original fresh dough, hand-stuffed with cheese and signature pepperoni, and baked into a garlicky seasoned crust. Order at papajohns.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, it's Rhonda from Russell's. Back to school and back to football season are here, and Russell's has you covered with a store full of new arrivals from all your favorite brands, plus some exciting new brands for him and her. Whether you're dressing for school, work, a wedding, or a pirate tailgate, Russell's will have you looking your very best for every occasion. Stop by and experience the personal service that makes shopping at Russell's special. Russell's on Main Street in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Hey, Pirate Nation. I'm Hudson.
I'm Coleman.
I'm Tolly.
And we are the Spain family.
For 3 generations, we've been building homes across eastern North Carolina.
Today, Spain Family Builders specializes in custom homes, move-in ready homes, neighborhoods, and apartment communities.
Because we're not just building homes,
we're building the communities we call home.
Spain Family Builders.
Building homes
for generations.
Visit SpainsBuildNC.com.
Go Pirates!
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time.
Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this.
Burgers deserve Pepsi.
This is Ethan Norby, left-handed pitcher for the ECU Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back at NC On Point. Experience the thrill of professionally guided quail, chucker pheasant, and even duck hunts on one of North Carolina's premier hunting preserves. Whether you are a seasoned hunter or heading to the field for the very first time, they can make that day an unforgettable one. So gather your friends, book your hunt, and start making memories that last a lifetime. Visit nconpoint.com today. Go Pirates. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Just please, man, can you read the first line again? Come on.
At NC On Point, experience the thrill of professionally guided quail, chucker pheasant, and even duck hunts on one of North. This is one.
Can you watch your language though?
I told you earlier that's
a great read. That's a great ad. I like it.
Seems weird to say.
It is, but those that know, if you know, you know. So go check it out. Quarterback battles are all the rage. We've got one here at East Carolina that goes on into scrimmage number 2. We won't get a chance to talk to Blake Harrell again until Saturday. Maybe, some said, I think we had someone on the YouTube chat a couple weeks ago say we get the decision at Blake Harrell's annual Pirate Luncheon, which was yesterday. I don't think we got that news yesterday. We had some folks say we get it at, Media Day.
Nah.
And we've had a lot of folks say we get it do we have a Monday next week, J-Bone, or not?
Nah, there's, I believe.
So after Media Day, when's the next media opportunity? Look up that for me.
It's either Wednesday or Thursday. Let me look to make sure.
I think we're still looking at game week. I think.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, at this point. But some QB battles have been won, apparently, including in Chapel Hill. Billy Edwards Jr. will start for North Carolina, won the battle over Miles O'Neill. Pete Thamel wrote this. It says sources told ESPN. So this was not a, announcement by Belichick or anybody. This is a sources thing. I don't know who either one of them are, so I don't really care.
Next Thursday, August 27th.
Okay. Alabama's quarterback battle continues to roll on. Josh Pate, college football voice. Why don't you like him, Jared?
It's just I'm a Brandon Walker guy.
Yeah. Brandon Walker will be on his show this week.
Yes.
But Josh Pate said it's very much up in the air. So they still have not made a decision.
Sources have told me.
Jared is the human Reddit. This Reddit post says Josh Pate is a documented moron. All he said was it's up in the air. I don't really have an opinion on Josh Pate at all. In fact, the only time I've heard him talk about football was on the Brandon Walker College Football Show.
Documented moron.
So I don't have an opinion, but it's just hilarious that people hate everybody.
I
God.
hate the Pate.
Hate the Pate. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Sources have told me it's still a tight battle at ECU.
Ooh, okay. Is that true?
Yeah.
Blake Harrell said there was separation.
It's separation, but it's still a little tight.
Yeah. Look, sometimes your pants, you get a little fat. Those threads will start to separate, but it's still tight on you, right?
Yeah. After walking all those miles Saturday in Richmond, my pants are a little loose, but still a little tight.
A little tight. A little tight there. Yeah, after Zach Kaplan and I stood by that giant fan, I tell you what, we were feeling great, man. I felt bad for everybody else out there. But hey, sometimes you got to work smart, not hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the way you got to go. All right. Jamie says, Andrew Luck was as good as Build when he was healthy. Well, okay. I don't know. The thing, Jamie, this was before your Pirate Radio time. Mully and I were on a show, and I used the word elite for Andrew Luck, and he about had a heart attack. And from that statement on, Andrew Luck never won anything and then retired. So
I remember around that time.
Advantage Mully.
Because I guess that was Andrew Luck coming into the league. Ravens just won the Super Bowl, and it was his Flacco elite, and then it was his Andrew Luck elite.
So,
and guess who's still in the league? Guess who still plays? That's insane.
Joe Flacco playing preseason games, folks.
I was talking about last season, but
right. He's playing this week.
Dude, what was that? Last Thursday, I'm at the bar. I'm like, why are they making Joe Flacco play in the preseason? What do you need to see? He's 41, 42.
Well, yeah, and the next guy that came in was Josh Johnson, who they graduated together in high school when they had color TVs had just came out.
The moon landing.
So the Joe Flacco elite. I guess that was a real question at first, and then the Pardon My Take guys ran with it and made it a thing, right? But we always use that moniker. My thing on Josh Allen, though, he is elite. Yes. He is awesome. He is amazing. I don't know how you define giving him a pass, but I'm not going to crap on him. And maybe there is, because I am in on the crap on Lamar for not winning more playoff games.
See, that's my thing.
I know. And why am I that way?
Lamar's flailed. They've both lost in conference championships game. They probably should have won.
How many times? I read this. I hope it's true. How many times have the Bills been the number 1 seed in the AFC with Josh Allen?
Yeah, give that a goog.
Well, I think I know the answer.
Okay.
And it's 0.
All right.
Does that sound right to you, Jackson? I mean, they had the Patriots for a while, and then, but I feel like the Ravens have been maybe set up more for playoff runs than the Bills, or is that not even true?
Well, I mean, the Patriots just got good. The Jets haven't been good. The Dolphins have been okay. If we're going just based off division-wise.
The Ravens have been the number 1 seed twice, 2019 and 2023.
Okay.
And so they get the first round bye, the home advantage. I think that's a little bit of it.
Yeah.
How many times? I genuinely do think you're right. I don't think we have been the number 1 seed.
And which means, you might get a home game, but you don't get that bye. You don't go on the road. You have to eventually go on the road, maybe.
Right.
Bills number 1 seed history. And this is going to be a lot because they're older. The last time they were the number 1 overall seed was 1993. So I think that's part of it. The Ravens, Lamar maybe has lost some home playoff games, whereas Allen's having to go through,
Really just Arrowhead. I mean, the Bills lost in the snow in Buffalo in a divisional round game.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Both awesome players. Both I really like. But, man, maybe I'm guilty of it too.
Like, I love Josh Allen, but, that's kind of my thing where they both lack playoff success, and yet Lamar gets crapped on and is told, hey, that's just the game. You got to be better.
Jamie said people crapped on Manning until he finally won one. And I was always I love Peyton Manning more than Brady. And it's stupid to say, but, if I had a quarterback, I would always say it, and I'll say it now. To run my team, I would take Peyton Manning over Tom Brady.
I would take Peyton Manning over anybody ever.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like if you say the word quarterback, who pops in my brain? That big, giant, forehead-ass Peyton Manning.
You look at him, it's
Omaha.
You're nothing other than a quarterback. You cannot have any other profession.
You don't need a coach. You can bring in a defensive coordinator if you want. But Peyton Manning is the coach.
How many bums got jobs off of Peyton Manning?
Exactly.
Adam Gase, Mike McCoy.
The rest.
I was talking about the Denver stint. Excuse me.
Who's the old guys they had around, Jamie? Ted Marchibroda, or they would have these old coordinators that, were up at 5:30 and went to sleep at 5:30 while Peyton Manning was running practice. But I was always a Peyton Manning guy. But if we did sports talk radio like we do now and social media in that era, there was sports talk radio, but social media, there would have been a lot of choker Peyton Manning stuff out there until they finally won.
I mean, what was the media perception of him back then? I'm pretty sure he got a lot of flack.
And you know what?
More than Justin Herbert.
Screw Peyton Manning. How many Super Bowls does he have?
2.
Let's look at the quarterbacks he beat in the Super Bowl. Rex Grossman, and then that bum Cam Newton. They never earned a tough Super Bowl win.
He's got one more than Nick Foles.
Let's do sports talk radio, folks. This is how you do it. Peyton Manning, overrated. Stop giving him a pass. Beat Rex Grossman and scam Putin. We'll be back after this.
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linval Joseph.
What's up, Pirate Nation? It is I, Linval Joseph, and I'm super excited that I will be coming back to Greenville, North Carolina. I want it to be one of the best events events that Greenville has to offer. I'm excited to meet everybody. It's been way too long. Let's go, Pirates. Let's be great. See you soon.
Come welcome Linville back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the Party of the Year, the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light, Thursday, September 10th. Party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Hi, I'm Bram Anderson, owner of Tiebreakers. Whether you're taking a quick lunch break or meeting coworkers, we've got one of the best lunch deals in town. Monday through Friday from 11 until 3, enjoy a $10 lunch special with your choice of delicious entree, a side, and sweet tea. Great food, great value, close to home. Break the chain, eat local. 3 locations, one hometown favorite because everyone loves burgers.
Hi, I'm Shay Asby.
And I'm Beth Everett.
At NC On Point, experience the thrill of professionally guided quail, chucker, pheasant, and even duck hunts on one of North Carolina's premier hunting preserves. Whether you're a seasoned hunter or headed to the field for the very first time, we can make that day an unforgettable one. Don't have a bird dog? We've got you covered. Our experienced guides hunt with professionally trained bird dogs and a comfortable on-site lodge that lets you unwind after an incredible day in the field.
So gather your friends, book your hunt, and start making memories that last a lifetime. Visit nconpoint.com today. Go Pirates!
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $11.99. Plus Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are just $3.49. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas, also just $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
If you need an appliance fast, head to Appliances Superstore in Greenville. They have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in eastern North Carolina, including trusted brands like Speed Queen, so you can skip the wait and take home what you need today. Visit their new convenient location at 301 Plaza Drive and discover incredible savings on top brands. Visit their website, appliancessuperstore.com, and click the in-stock menu to shop the exact appliances they have ready today. Appliances Superstore. If it's in your home tomorrow, it's because it's in our store today. Go Pirates!
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
This summer, the heat is on, and the savings are even hotter at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Save big on 2026 Ram trucks. Save up to 25% off select 2026 Ram 1500s. That's a savings of up to $23,863 off sticker price. Need heavy-duty power? Save up to $12,000 on a 2026 Ram 2500 or 3500 heavy-duty with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And check out the Jeep savings. Save up to $8,000 on a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee, America's most awarded SUV. Save up to $12,000 on a 2026 Jeep Gladiator and save up to $11,000 on a 2026 Jeep Wrangler. The weather isn't the only thing that's hot this summer. It's the Make This the Summer event at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Tax tags at $8.99 admin fee not included. See dealer for details.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, if you are hungry, you need to go get your fix at Dank Burrito in Greenville. Build your perfect burrito, bowl, tacos, quesadilla with fresh ingredients, bold flavors made just the way you like it. Fast, fresh, seriously delicious Dank Burrito, where every bite is downright dank. Stop in today off Greenville Boulevard, and we will give you a Dank Burrito gift card coming up. We'll do that after our Jim Szoke interview in hour number 3. So get your phones ready during the 5 o'clock hour, and we will give away a gift card to Dank Burrito coming up in hour 3 of today's show. Good NFL talk so far. We'll talk a little NFL, some high school, and, of course, some ECU football right now as we head out to the Turner Home Team Live line. Joining us, Schwartz on Sports, Luke Schwartz from WCTI 12 here on this Tuesday. Luke, how you doing, man?
Hey, can't complain. High school football season's kicking off on, well, now Thursday, according to the weather, but most of the teams still playing on Friday, but couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, I was going to say, from what I understand, North and I might be recapping some games on Friday when I talk to him, and also previewing some because the schedule has moved, which happens a lot this time of year. Luke, the Blitz ready to go. Do you know your assignments? Where are you going to be on Friday night?
We're still going through that. I mean, I can guarantee that I'll be at the desk with Brian when we start our show at 11 o'clock and run through some awesome highlights, but still trying to figure out who we have to film games and figure out everyone's schedules. I mean, there's some games I'd certainly love to be at, but also want to do the best coverage we can. So wherever I'm placed, I'll be happy.
Luke, we've talked to you this offseason, I've probably asked you this before, but now that we've hit kind of the media days, you've done some interviews, you've seen a scrimmage or two, who comes to mind for, hey, I'm excited to see this team on the field, or I'm excited to see this player? Who are the Blitz viewers going to be seeing highlights from this season?
Yeah. I'm super excited to see Jacksonville's Amari Pearson. I mean, so electric. He reminds me of Keaton Mitchell back in his ECU days. And speaking of those Pirates, they already offered Amari. And I was at Jordan Mathewson's signing day 2 days ago. Martin County senior stud, linebacker, running back, wide receiver. You can't miss 15. So he's going to be a stud this year, his senior year. And I'm super excited to see what Croatan can do again. I mean, last year it was their most historic season, going to the 4th round for the first time in school history, and they got a big offensive lineman at center, Aiden Wilson, who's committed to Coastal Carolina. Cannon McBride, their quarterback, I mean, really just burst onto the scene, and their water boy running back, Andrew Boucher, is going to be another fantastic player. He won a national championship with the U19 soccer team for the Jazza Hammerheads, the Jacksonville Association team out in Utah. Right. I mean, what can't that kid do? I think New Bern is going to surprise a lot of people with how good that they're going to be this year, despite graduating some great seniors. And don't count out Wes Craven with a new head coach and a new quarterback. And I really think last year was a weird year watching Havelock start 0-4, but they're going to be really good this year. And I can't forget about the Pitt County teams. I mean, J.H. Rose looks absolutely stacked. I think Chase Davis is going to have another great year. Julique Parsons, incredible. They got Case and Chase as well in the backfield. South Central's got some absolute dogs on defense. I mean, Coach Boo was saying he's got a ton of kids that have already a lot of D1 offers. So I really could speak about every team. James Keenan, Wallace, Rose Hill, East Duplin. You know.
What, are you running for politics now, Luke?
Yeah, I know.
It is cool though, just the talent dispersed throughout Eastern North Carolina, and you and Brian and the folks there do a great job of trying to cover it all on Friday nights on the Blitz. So looking forward to that coming up this Friday. Luke saw you at the scrimmage on Saturday. We got a big Saturday with ECU Media Day and a second scrimmage, but let's look at this like glass half empty. I feel like we don't do this, and I'm sorry that I'm doing this exercise with you, Luke. You're a very positive guy, but what if what would have to happen for things to go wrong for Blake Harrell's team? I just want to put that, it's not all sunshine and roses. So if this offense does struggle, why would that be? We talk about how it could go right, but we got a quarterback battle going on, and maybe nobody has separated themselves enough to this point. So, what do you think for this not to be a 8-win team like a lot of people think? What would have to go wrong for ECU?
Well, after Saturday, it's always a mosh pit trying to ask those dang questions. Really didn't get to say mine. I was like, oh, geez. But it's all right. It's all good. But I did want to ask Blake. I said, all right, is it sloppy offense the way your guys threw 5 interceptions or just great defense? But I think the quarterback play, I don't know. I haven't seen stuff that makes me go, oh, he's the clear guy. I feel like they're in a situation from 2 years ago where they couldn't decide, and who they choose is going to reflect on Blake Harrell's coaching career. I really think that, the reason – there were plenty of reasons, and I'm not going to say a ton, but I think one of the reasons that Mike Houston was canned was because of his choice, and not picking Caton Hauser. And once he was out, it's like, oh, here's the kid who can actually take this team to a winning football game, or football. Can't speak. A winning football team, and I don't know. It depends on who he chooses week 1, and I think that's really going to dictate where this football team goes. I don't have my crystal ball, so I can't say who's the right choice, but I don't know. And also the injury bug. I feel like every year it gets hit, but if a lot of guys get injured, obviously that could slow him down. But I don't know. Like you said, I hate being negative. Glass empty. I really am positive and optimistic about the Pirates season, and I think they got a winning season ahead and could really shock a lot of people with that end of the year final record.
No, I think you gave a great answer. We were in this scenario a few years ago going to Michigan with Alex Flynn and Mason Garcia, and I don't think these two quarterbacks should be in the same sentence with those. But then again, we haven't seen them play in a real game for ECU yet, and you're not alone in your thoughts on Saturday. But Brock Spalding, ECU wide receiver, was on the Brian Bailey show earlier today and said our passing game was not good, but the positive was our run game looked really good, and if you can run the ball, you can win football games. So hopefully that was an off day through the air, and that can be fixed. But overall, Luke, just a lot of optimism for this team, and we'll see what happens week 1. They'll try to pull off one of the biggest upsets, I guess the biggest upset in ECU football history. But then them next two, man, those are crucial against App State and Old Dominion.
Oh, 100% agree. I was just talking to Brian about this. 1998, lost by 1 point, 23-22. Obviously, these programs are a lot different nowadays. But, look, the underdog has won before. You saw App State win at the Big House not too long ago. And they beat Texas A&M, right? Just not that long ago, too. I don't know. I'm just a big believer in anything can happen, and I know what happened at Michigan, 3 years ago. But something I just feel good about this Pirates team, and it would be great to see them keep it close, or who knows, maybe even take a victory in Tuscaloosa. That would be unbelievable. But yeah, I really want that home game bad for those guys, because that loss 2 years ago against App State, I felt like that game was dominated by the Pirates, but they just let off the gas and lost. And Old Dominion too. That was a huge win on the road 2 years ago as well. And it's going to be a tough place to play because that program's only gotten better since the last time we saw the Monarchs. So people are saying 8-4, 9-3 this year. I'm like, it's not going to be these blowouts. Pirates are going to have to win some tight, tough games. and it's going to be one in the trenches. It's going to be who's got that last effort. I don't think there's going to be a ton of blowouts on their schedule this year, but I'm confident they can win. But it's going to be in, obviously, as Pete Carroll would always say, you can't win in the first, second, or third quarter. You can only win the game in the fourth quarter. So it's going to come down to those last 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's a great point, Luke. I think that we're going to have a lot of games that in the third, fourth quarter can go either way. You look down the list, South Florida and Memphis. The Pirates took it to Temple last year, but I think they'll be a little bit better. But, I think we're in for some entertaining football games in 2026. Luke, any thoughts? We talked about it yesterday, and look, the AP Top 25 preseason is for us to yap about and for fans to look at, and, not a ton to it, but stuff we can take away from it. You had the national championship teams from last year, Indiana and Miami, 6 and 7. You had, a few people I talked to yesterday said they thought Texas would be higher than 5. Anything kind of stand out to you from the top 25 release yesterday?
I feel like they do that just to ruffle feathers, they want those fan bases to get reignited for the season. So if they did it as it should be done, no one would really talk about it. So they have to change things up in order for us to be talking about it right now. But I feel like they do this every year, and I don't know. I guess I'm not like an AP poll person because it just changes every single week. And I mean, I'm a diehard UW Husky fan, and I hate the Ducks, so I just hope they're as low on that AP top 25 as possible. But
Husky's getting a little preseason love. That's good to see.
Yeah, which is great. Coach Fish, he's doing some good stuff. But I don't know. Nothing really stands out to me. I know it's a bad radio answer, but I'm more of a let's see what happens when these guys play, less about the numbers and the records, because that all goes out the window when you have your rivalry games and the ones that you think, oh, this is going to be an easy one, and whoop, that didn't go the way we thought it would. So I'm just excited for when they line up and kick off.
As a Washington guy, Luke, and boy, how about a way to wrap up the year with Indiana and Oregon? But before that, you go to USC, Penn State with Matt Campbell goes to you. So you've got the gauntlet that is the Big Ten schedule, and there's been some finger pointing at Indiana, certain SEC schools about the weak non-conference scheduling, and Washington certainly has a weak one with Washington State. I'm glad they are playing that game. I'll say that. Utah State and Eastern Washington. What would you like your philosophy to be, Luke? Would you like a marquee non-conference game that maybe if you lose it early, it won't hurt you that bad because you can make it up? Or do you want an easy 3-0 non-conference and put yourself in the best possible situation to run the table or have a really good record come playoff committee time?
Well, it's funny you asked that because the year that Florida State missed the college football playoff was also the year that UW went undefeated with Michael Penix at quarterback. And so, they went 13-0 or 12-0, and they still didn't make it in. So I would like to see a tougher non-conference schedule. The reason why Notre Dame got into the college football playoff last year was because they had a very tough non-conference. And so even with a couple losses, they still got in along with Miami. And UW, for me, I'm just mostly angry we're playing Washington State first. The best part about being a Husky fan is at the end of the year, you get to play the Cougars. It all comes down to it. 3 years ago, it was UW was undefeated. Washington State was having actually a heck of a year. I believe they were 9-2 or 8-3 at that point, and we had to play them on the road in Pullman, which is actually a very tough place to play college football, and beat them in order to make our spot into the Pac-12 championship and also make it to the college football national championship. And I just don't like that that's the week one opener. So many things are going to need to be fixed, but no, I would rather have a tougher non-conference, but then you also have to ask yourself, well, it's not like they have a cupcake conference. I think this is kind of their warm-up route, because then they're going to have to go through, like you said, that gauntlet. And as a fan, I'm going, okay, well, we got to have a couple wins before we play these teams. We need some confidence before we go against those big dogs. So, and I am always all for an in-state matchup, even if it's a team that's not the best. Like, take a Duke versus an Elon. I love a game like that because it's in-state fans, and I think there's more draw to it. So I love the matchup against Eastern Washington. I have a lot of friends who went there, guys who played football there, and they always got excited for that game against UW. So,
hey, put it on the red turf, Luke, and then I'll be interested.
I know. But that's where Cooper Kupp played, right?
Yes.
With our Seahawks.
There we go. And we'll transition to the Seahawks. Is it just me, Luke? And look, I guess the old lions shouldn't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep, that whole thing. But, like, you are the top dog. You're the Super Bowl champion. But do you get tired of everybody talking about the Rams? Like, hey, remember, we won, guys.
Yeah, well, that's been the storyline for a long time. We've got 2 Super Bowl rings they're won over the last 26 years since the 2000s. So, I mean, they can have all the media talk, but at the end of the year when we have a ring and Sean McVay has crying Michael Jordan memes, I'm all for it.
There we go. Glad you can enjoy that. What's your we did take some teams out of the playoffs that were in last year, put some new teams in. Everybody left Seattle in. I mean, there is such thing as a Super Bowl hangover. In fact, I think our entire panel had that hangover going to the Patriots, and we ripped them out of the playoffs because sometimes it's that Super Bowl loser, Luke, that really struggles the following year.
Well, I mean, Panthers fans know it really well.
Yeah.
After 2015 season, quite the struggle. But no, I believe the Seahawks are going to have another great year. And look, as a fan, you always want to win the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't think you can be considered a fan if you don't hope or at least believe your team has a slight chance. Sorry, Browns fans, maybe not you, but most franchises have a chance to go win the Super Bowl. But even if we don't make it all the way there or lose in the first round, look, I got redemption last year. I got, 14-year-old Luke is a lot happier now after beating the Patriots. So I'm okay. I'm good if it doesn't go our way this year. I just want to beat the Rams, the Niners, and the Cardinals.
I got to catch up on Hard Knocks before I watch episode 3. Are you watching? I mean, look, Luke, that was huge when it came out. One of my favorite things. Hey, it's back to football season. I love the access. Now you get access daily from all these teams on social media. It has really taken away part of the luster. But are you watching Hard Knocks with your team?
Yeah, I definitely am. But it's actually funny you mention that. It's so true though about the magic behind it, waiting for it. Like, same with TV shows now. Like, I can just binge a show in 2 nights and stay up way too late, and then I regret it the next day. But I'm like, well, there goes that series. Same thing with HBO Hard Knocks. I'm like, well, give me something to look forward to. I know I say I'm impatient and don't want to wait, but I think it's better to wait to have that stuff. But yeah, it trickles into my feed for sure. And so it's been fun to see a closer look at Coach McDonald and just his coaching philosophy, because I hated him at Michigan. He beat my Huskies, but then he took the job at Seattle, and I went, all right, I got to give this guy a chance. And look what he did in year 2. So no, it's been a cool inside look. But yeah, I'd love to see it on a weekly basis compared to every day.
Luke, appreciate you joining us, man. We will be checking out the Blitz coming up Friday night. How about between now and then? When can we see you on TV?
I'll be on tonight and Thursday, and then, of course, Friday. We've got coverage starting at 5 o'clock on WCTI, News 12 now, all the Blitz. And biggest thing we've been doing is we've been rebuilding our Lemoore locker room set over the summer. We've been trying to add some new touches to it to give it a more brighter, welcoming feel, with some sweet touches and some nods to the past. And the former sports director came by, Lee Moore, from 1971 to 1981. And so just loving acknowledging that history. And so we're just getting super excited for Friday, and fingers crossed, hopefully that weather stays away and we can have a nice, clean Friday night of football.
Awesome stuff. Luke, thanks for joining us, man. We'll catch up with you again soon.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Clippy. You're the man.
Luke Schwartz, Schwartz on Sports, joining us on a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live, talking about his Seahawks, his Huskies, the Pirates, high school football, all happening, and we are fired up for it. We'll take a break, come back, more to go. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this timeout.
This August, head on down to Capital Subaru of Greenville for the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get behind the wheel of a brand new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium with $4,304 total due at signing. You can lease it now for just $305 a month for 36 months. That's only $10 a day. Hurry down to Capital Subaru of Greenville today before this deal ends. It's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville off Memorial Drive or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. Offer expires August 31st, 2026.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray from Carolina Caliber. Whether you're getting pumped to cheer on the Pirates or prepping for a deer stand, here's a reminder. There's a time to amp it up and a time to tone it down. Save the noise for game day. Quiet your cannon with a suppressor from Carolina Caliber. We specialize in making suppressor ownership easier than ever, guiding you through every step of the process. We carry top brands like Silencer Co., Surefire, Thunderbeast Arms, Huxworks, Bergara, and many more. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Does this warm weather find you dreaming about weekends on the water? Make it happen with a boat loan from First Flight Credit Union. Whether you're upgrading your fishing boat, cruising with your family, or chasing sunsets, we offer competitive rates, flexible terms, and fast and local decisions, so you can spend less time waiting and more time boating. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary. All local residents are membership eligible. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
Pepper, oh no, they didn't. Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen.
The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza is back for only $14.99. The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza made from original fresh dough, hand stuffed with cheese and signature pepperoni, and baked into a garlicky seasoned crust. Order at papajohns.com. Go Pirates!
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Phones, Wi-Fi, or email always acting up? Are you afraid of phishing scams, data breaches, or ransomware attacks? Every minute your systems are down, you're losing money. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
This is Dixon Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hungry? Get your fix at Dank Burrito in Greenville. Build your perfect burrito, bowl, tacos, or quesadilla with fresh ingredients and bold flavors made just the way you like it. Fast, fresh, and seriously delicious. Dank Burrito, where every bite is downright dank. Stop in today off of Greenville Boulevard. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Hey there. Hey, thanks, sir. By the way, here's Clip.
Yeah.
All the way, Jack said, here's Clip. I miss how Shirley used to say,
Here's Clip.
Thanks. Welcome back to the program.
Give me a script, and I'll start doing the head back to you.
I just said I like the way you do it. You have the, you
There's
know
a little
what?
tone in that.
God, it is tough to be around you, dude.
Yeah, I know. Try doing it all the time.
Who does?
24/7.
Oh, you're saying
Me.
you yourself? Try being me. Who do you think I ride in the car with every day? Do you talk to yourself? Do you do you argue with yourself?
You got voices?
No.
On the way to Zeppelin?
But, sometimes those rides get a little boring and you start, reminiscing on some stuff. And it's like, God, why would I do that?
I do
Or,
that.
man, I really enjoyed that.
I do that all the time. Boy, blast from the past yesterday. Oh, Lil Hogwood, Joshy G, Josh Graham came by the Pirate Radio studios. I'm happy for Josh. I always knew he would be successful because he never met a stranger. And some people have social anxiety and, won't talk to people in public. He will talk to everyone and anyone and insert himself into any situation.
God, it was so tough seeing a clip of him today from his social media.
Can you let me get to what I'm about to say?
And losing respect for him. Yes, continue.
Thank you, Jared. Obviously, I'm setting up something here. Josh is the king of awful takes. He, there's some things he does. Anyway, I don't want to be a hypocrite. If you put pineapple on your pizza, I don't judge you. I do that myself. If you put ketchup on your hot dog, I don't think any more or less of you. Like some people, there are non-negotiables. There are, if you do this, I don't like you. If you're, don't want to talk politics, but, set all that stuff aside, whatever. But I'm really trying my best not to judge people that say things like, listen to Pat McAfee's new album and have a few thoughts. We've never seen a meteor rise quite like McAfee's, and the resurgence of the country genre has been incredible. Also, Cheers to the South is a low-key banger. I am trying my best not to feel a certain way about a person just because of their musical taste. So, for that reason, that's all I'm going to say.
See, I thought you were going to go a lot funnier way. It was like, I don't judge you for these things. I don't have non-negotiables unless you like Pat McAfee's music.
I don't want to do that, though, Jared. And that's kind of what I'm doing.
No, I think that is the line you have to draw.
Is it really that bad?
It's Pat McAfee making pretty much just AI jelly roll music.
But it's not that it's that bad. It's that that anybody can do it. I seriously almost came in here Sunday and made an album.
I think we should. I think we should make a pirate radio album.
I think y'all should come in on Sunday. Yeah.
But that's the point. Like, it's not. And who does he have a band? No, like it's just like AI generated sounds and songs, right?
Sounds like the generic beats that transition from game day commercials.
And he's like, nobody believed in me. I used to be down with OPP. Let's go play basketball in PE.
Did you see the Yak Barstool? They broke down the pictures on the album cover, and it just said, like, it was a Polaroid labeled "This kid's obnoxious" in quotes, and it's like, You're like 4 years old. Imagine being that guy where it's just like, the odds were against me, but by God, it paid off. That kid was freaking obnoxious.
I mean, all credit to him.
Like, is Josh Graham trying to get a job at ESPN?
Oh, I was going to go there too, Jared. I thought he was happy with his current gig, but no, he wants that ESPN job.
He's not even from the South. Like, what the hell is Pat McAfee talking about?
But like Dan Orlovsky and everybody, John Bujagross at ESPN talking about how great it was, that was kind of gross. I'm going to be honest, man. And, maybe they were forced to do it. But if one of y'all comes out with an album and I have to pretend like I really like it, I'm going to find some way to let people know that I really don't, even if I'm forced to say I do. And I'm going to go Shawn Michaels against Hulk Hogan and oversell. I mean, like, this is the greatest thing ever. Jimi Hendrix, kick rocks.
Wu-Tang Clan, get out of the way.
You can't rap. Have you heard Jackson? Oh, my God.
It's so bad, man.
Jerry says, not using the number 5 out of respect to Jaden Daniels is non-negotiable to me. Is that still funny?
Was it ever?
Who was it cool for?
Thank you.
It doesn't even deserve that bite.
Who was it funny for? Jamie says, hell yes, it's bad. He has such an ego. He has to make music talking about himself. Well, that's what most music is.
Of a polarizing figure. Like, dude, get yourself out of your own mouth. Like, holy Lord.
Oh, man.
We get it. Hey, your family was broke growing up. A lot of people are broke, and a lot of people make it from those circumstances. You are not special.
I like that, or I wish that it was, and I would have liked if it was like a parody. Like, I like to find the funny in things, but the fact that he's like being serious.
That's what makes it bad.
That's tough, yeah.
Like, the whole reason I loved this show when it was just on YouTube is, like, they didn't take themselves seriously. And now it's just like, we're the greatest thing on earth.
What in the what?
Oh, yeah, Ashton Gray on the Doak Walker watch list.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought that's what you read.
Well, that's big news. How about this? The Furman Paladins. Oh, yeah. Well, people forget Jeff Charles was at Furman before East Carolina. He used to paint it purple at Furman before he painted it purple at ECU.
Huh. I didn't know that.
There's something for your fact list there, Jackson. Furman's got a starting quarterback named. How many
Con artist, liar, salesman.
That's not nice. What did this guy ever do to you?
What did he ever do in general?
Let me look. His resume. Let's see here. You got to go back to what year you think he started? Because Jared knows who I'm talking about. 2021.
Oh, 21. Wow.
He went 11 of 14 for 2 touchdowns, no picks with an ACC school. 2022, 65 of 115, 5 touchdowns, 4 picks for that same ACC school. Did not play in 2023. 2024 went 109 for 181, 8 touchdowns, 12 interceptions for East Carolina. 2025 for Michigan went 0 for 0 with 0 yards.
God, he's still playing.
2026, the starting quarterback for the Furman Paladins, Jake Garcia.
Wow.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Come on. Jake Garcia is still in college football.
How in the world?
2021. Man. So we wish him the best.
Yeah, wish him well.
I think it'd be a great story. Let's see, do they have a FBS opponent? Maybe they play Clemson or South Carolina or something. Furman football schedule. Or maybe they play one of those SEC teams. Yep, there he goes. Tennessee. September 5th. They got a week 0 game against Anderson, South Carolina Trojans.
There we go. All right.
Do they play any other FBS teams? They got Tennessee, September the 5th. Yep, that's it. So we'll get Jake Garcia, man. He's got a hell of a football story. He's played in the Big House. He'll be playing in Knoxville. I'm sure in Miami might have played in Tallahassee. Like, he's played in some big venues. Death Valley, perhaps.
Has he played?
What?
In those big venues?
Well, I mentioned he threw some passes. I don't know. I haven't looked it up.
Threw some picks.
Those are passes.
Why are you hating?
Because it's Jake Garcia.
Yeah, but he tried his best.
Mm-hmm.
It's not his
Had a hell of
fault.
an arm.
Hey, I blame the coaches that brought him in. I don't blame him.
Yeah. Some of them.
Why is Mike Houston not here? Who are you talking about, Jarrett? Blake Harrell? You calling out Blake Harrell right now?
I was joking on that one.
But you're right. All right, speaking of which, Blake Harrell, bad quarterback evaluator, according to Jarrett. I saw this on Reddit. I'm going to edit it a little bit just because the initial question was, what college coach could go 0-12 this season and keep his job? I don't know if that's possible. So, and we'll go NFL too. But there were some answers. Most of the answers I saw, it was like, what exactly is Mike Norvell's buyout? Because it seems like he's holding them hostage in Tallahassee. Yeah. There was that one, and there was also UMass's coach, because UMass literally went 0-12 last year, and the coach kept his job. No way he can do it 2 years in a row, right?
I think he should get an extension if he does it 2 years in a row. That's impressive.
But there were a few real answers. I heard one that you had, Jarrett, Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
And Kurt Signetti.
Kurt Signetti, Ryan Day, Lane Kiffin. I mean, guys with big buyouts.
0-12 for Ryan Day would include a loss to Michigan, year one of Kyle Whittingham. I think they might get him up out of there.
Yeah.
Another loss to
2 years
Michigan.
after a national championship.
Yeah, I think so. I think, and you got to factor in, like, what in the world went wrong in a 0-12 season. Obviously, your quarterback and maybe two of them are banged up.
Yeah.
A lot has happened. 8 players were suspended, yada, yada. So I want to make it a little more reasonable.
One thing, if Lane Kiffin goes 0-12, I don't think he has the job, but he doesn't get fired. I think he's dead in the ditch. Like, I think there's some, like, mafia stuff going on there. They're not going to put up with that.
I guess technically if you're murdered as an acting
You
head
had
coach,
Texas A&M fans calling into Paul Feinbaum saying Jimbo's buyout is so big, it's cheaper to hire a hitman. Like, that's how college football people think.
I think it also...
Well, I watch Dateline. Some of these hitmen go for a great price, like a steal. So,
yeah,
you can get them cheap. Sorry, Jax.
No, you're good. I think it also goes to the opposite side of the spectrum. I think a lot of MAC school coaches would be safe if they went 0-12, simply because it is.
Well,
the MAC.
UMass, great example.
UMass, right? Or like if Ball State went 0-12, I feel like I'm not even going to attempt his last name, but I think he would be safe, or guys like that.
Maybe so. Let's go like 1-11. Like, are there any other coaches that are in a situation where they could keep their job? Whether it be because of their past, whether it be because of their contract situation. Like Blake Harrell, my goodness, he has we are so far out of the hole we were in thanks to him and what he's been able to do. But would 1-11, would people be ready to get rid of him?
Fire.
You say he's out?
Yeah, dude, we read those Facebook comments last week, and people are saying 10-2 at the least.
Yeah,
I think that was Chandler's
expectations
dad,
are part of it too.
Yeah, 1-11.
Okay, all right, get him out of here. How about first-year guys like Huff and Hartline? Is 1-11? Are they out of there? 1-11's awful.
I think Tim Albin would be safe.
So John Thompson survived was he 2-9 and then 1-1 his last time?
Mm-hmm.
So he survived a year 1 2-win season, I believe, before he got the axe. What'd you say about Tim Albin?
I think he'd be safe with a 1-11.
I don't think he would be.
What'd they win last year?
I think they literally went 1-11.
Was it 1 last year?
I think so.
Yep.
The reason being, who would want to take that job?
Anybody wanting to be a head coach.
Yeah, there's always somebody wanting a job and wanting that money and say.
I mean, Tom Dundon found a fool to take the Trailblazers job. Like, I mean, these are limited.
How about ACC? Bill Belichick's got to be gone.
Yeah.
Dave Doran, they would love to run him out.
Student papers are already trying to run him out. Season even started.
How about I got one. How about Manny Diaz at Duke?
Yeah,
just won a championship.
1-11 though.
Should I go 2-10 then?
don't know.
Because I feel like we're not going to name anybody.
College is tough for me because I don't know the contract buyouts. Like,
Yeah, there is that part of it.
like there's a lot of stuff. I mean, don't you feel like after last year, Mike Schwartz would have been gone? But I mean, they kept him around.
I feel like Matt Campbell at Penn State. Yeah, maybe not. 1-11 is bad.
Especially for Penn State.
Maybe nobody's sticking around at 1-11. Jamie says Kirby Smart. Would you fire Kirby Smart?
Yeah, we keep Kirby.
All right, Kirby is being kept.
Because like so many traffic violations and accidents have to happen for them to go 1-11.
Well, that is possible with Georgia.
But there's only so many hours in a day you can get caught speeding. I just feel like the numbers, the odds just are against them losing that many
and
players.
it's the SEC. I mean, a ticket going 100 with a couple ounces on you, like that gets pushed under the rug.
What was Ty Willingham? Who really bottomed out? Was it Charlie Weiss or Willingham at Notre Dame? Because I was thinking, Marcus Freeman, if he goes 2-10, does he keep his job?
They're Catholic. They keep him. Second chance.
All right. Sark would definitely be out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Lanning.
DeBoer would be gone.
Oh my God, he'd be gone if they started 0-2.
Yeah.
9-3, and he's probably gone.
I was about to say, if they lose to us,
They hate
he
his
might-
guts, man.
If they lose to us,
Big
he
if.
might be gone.
All right, things just hit the fan. Mike Elko goes 2-10 at Texas A&M.
He's out.
He's
Wow,
gone.
once again, like I don't know the buyout.
I know we're talking.
Like Dan Lanning,
ignore the buyout.
Max said yesterday, Oregon has probably top to bottom the best roster, but the money is too big to get rid of Dan Lanning.
All right, Kirk Ferentz has been at Iowa since before Jackson was born.
Jeez.
I think he can survive a 2-10.
Yeah. If it's that.
So this is why I asked about Notre Dame, and Jared, you said they'd keep him around. Charlie Weiss, coming off a 10-win season in 06, won 3 games in 07, and they let him come back. So I thought Notre Dame was a good example, and you say, yeah, they'll give him another shot.
I'll tell you whose ass is grass. Lincoln Riley.
Yep. Mike P said, the only way Georgia goes 1-11 if there's a 72-car pileup consisting of its entire roster. So if there's like a drag race tournament and they're all arrested at the same time.
Again, this is possible knowing Georgia.
He also said if ECU beats Bama, the coach is toast.
Yeah.
Jamie is agreeing. He says Kirk Ferentz would survive. Marcus Freeman would survive. Let's take a break. We'll do NFL when we return. Who's surviving a 2-15 season in the NFL? We'll run over some names. Anything beyond 3-9, Blake Harrell survives. We're not going 3-9, folks. We're just having radio hypotheticals.
Yeah.
3-9, okay?
Hypothetical, he survives.
He's out, Jarrett? 3-9?
I'm just thinking of the fan
Both
base.
quarterbacks get hurt.
They'd keep him.
There's a major suspension.
Mike Houston survived 2-10.
There we go.
Didn't make it through the next season.
Exactly. But you get that one extra chance to beat Charlotte, and Mike Houston couldn't do it. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour 2. Dank Burrito giveaway coming up hour 3. Back with you after this. Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. And you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price. Play it again, sports. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could.
Play It Again Sports, buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule an appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at children'shealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
Hi, this is Parker Morgan, sales manager at Morgan Printers in Greenville. We're a full-service, family-owned printing company specializing in superior four-color printing, serving both the commercial and retail markets all across eastern North Carolina. Whether you need personalized marketing and promotional items, posters, business cards, books, magazines, calendars, or invitations, we want to be your print company of choice. Call me anytime to discuss your project needs at 800-962-1972. That's 800-962-1972. Or go to morganprinters.com.
What's better than exploring downtown Washington? Tasting it. Join a food tour with Forks of Little Washington and discover the local flavor. Stroll the historic waterfront and enjoy delicious bites from some of the town's favorite restaurants and specialty shops. Food tours combine great food, local history, and unforgettable stories into one delicious experience. Whether you're a foodie, a visitor, or a local looking for a new adventure, there's no better way to experience Washington. For pricing and reservations, visit forksoflittlewashington.com. Brought to you by visitwashingtonnc.com.
Looking for a night out that's a little different? At Encino Mexican Steakhouse. Bold Mexican flavors meet premium steakhouse tradition. Sink your knife into perfectly cooked, hand-cut steaks. Savor rich, authentic dishes inspired by Mexican culinary heritage and pair it all with a handcrafted cocktail. Encino Mexican Steakhouse, where Mexican flavor meets steakhouse perfection. On Memorial Drive in Greenville or online at EncinoRestaurant.com.
Hey, Clip, play my son's commercial now.
Okay, Brian, you got it.
Hi, I'm Lincoln Harris, and my dad, Brian, owns 360 golf carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, my dad has you covered. With EasyGo Club Card and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Go see my dad and his team on Highway 43 just past C.H. Conley High School or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 golf carts. Pirates supporting pirates. Arg.
Looking for a night out that's a little different? At Encino Mexican Steakhouse. Bold Mexican flavors meet premium steakhouse tradition. Sink your knife into perfectly cooked, hand-cut steaks. Savor rich, authentic dishes inspired by Mexican culinary heritage and pair it all with a handcrafted cocktail. Encino Mexican Steakhouse, where Mexican flavor meets steakhouse perfection. On Memorial Drive in Greenville or online at EncinoRestaurant.com.
This is the Nature Boy Ric Flair, and I'm listening to the wheeling dealing, the limousine riding, jet flying son of a gun, Pyro Radio. Woo!
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines have added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at AA.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. PGV, where the Pirates fly. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Welcome back to the program. Jim Szoke joins us coming up at 5 o'clock as we'll talk Pirates and Panthers. Right now we're asking, who has the coldest seat in coaching? If you go 2-15 in the NFL, can you keep your job? I mean, the list has got to be pretty short.
I think there's a lot of
I do too.
Let me ask you about Mike Vrabel coming off a Super Bowl loss. The answer would be yes, but you have the Diana Rossini stuff. Does that factor into, would you give Mike Vrabel another year?
I still don't see how that's a fireable offense for him because that really has no effect on his job.
That all came out, then he just went 2-15.
Yeah,
so people could point to maybe it had an effect on the job.
Yeah. But I think they're kind of expecting to take a step back. I think there's a reason they traded the 28 pick for A.J. Brown and not the 27. So, I mean, I could see this team winning 4 games, and it wouldn't surprise me. And they keep Mike Vrabel.
Joe Brady, gone.
Yes.
Yeah, if they got a fully healthy team and they go 2-15. He was on the staff that got fired.
Aaron Glenn, gone.
Yeah, Jeff Halfley, gone.
Whoever the Dolphins guy is, I'm like Patrice O'Neal. I'm not going to learn your crappy last name. He said that to Anthony Jeselnik. Yeah. I'm not going to learn the Dolphins coach's name. I think they might keep him just because they don't care. They're like, whatever. Because they know they're going to be awful. So they might just
But you got teams that have done this in the past, like the Titans last year with Brian Callahan, where it's like, okay, you were clearly bad. This was a lame duck hire. Let's move on.
Mike McCarthy, hilariously gone.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome. Who's the Ravens coach?
Jesse Minter, I think he's safe.
Yeah.
Because I think at that
obviously
point,
that means Lamar's hurt. Something happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bungles. Taylor?
He should have been gone years ago. This guy stinks.
Yeah.
He's 9-16-1 in the month of September.
Browns? They got Monken?
Todd Monken?
Monken?
Yeah, he's gone no matter what.
Yeah.
Browns went 0-16 and didn't fire their coach. Hugh Jackson stayed. I say they give Monken another shot and run it back with Shador. Mr. Duval, I'm going to say safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cohen?
Yeah, 13-4 last year.
Yeah, I'm going to say safe
Best season
because
of Trevor Lawrence's career.
They're going in a right direction. Obviously, 2-15, major disappointment, but I think he's young enough and they like him enough where they'll give him a chance.
Yeah.
Robert Saleh.
Bob Saleh is safe because nobody in this coaching staff or front office drafted Cam Ward.
I guess, but I don't. This guy's stunk in New York. If he stinks again, all right, give him one more year. Fine.
Yeah.
Steichen.
Gone.
Yep.
Ooh, here's a good one.
Safe.
D'Amico Ryans.
Safe.
Safe? I love D'Amico Ryans, but I think it'd give him one more shot, one more crack to build it. But that might be a situation where, well, Stroud's not our guy. The defensive coach route didn't work. Let's get a young offensive guy and our new quarterback and run it with Arch. Arch from Texas to the Texans. I could see that scenario. Harbaugh with the Chargers.
Nice. Safe.
I think they'd both be safe.
Both Harbaughs?
Both would be safe.
Sean Payton.
Safe.
Probably safe if
he hates Bo Nix.
If he wants to keep his job at that point or wants to even keep coaching. I think he's safe. Andy Reid.
He retires. He
doesn't get fired. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Kubiak,
safe.
you got to let him go another year with a new quarterback. Jamie, what was Peyton Manning's? I know he threw a historic amount of interceptions. What was Peyton Manning's record?
1-15.
Is that right? When he was a rookie,
I believe it was 1 or 2 wins. I believe.
So there's been precedent set where stick with your guy and.
Well, I don't think Fernando plays. That's if we go 2-15, it's like okay, well Kirk sucks.
Yeah, and Kirk's not going 2-15 either. Schottenheimer gone.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn way gone. Jackson says Harbaugh's safe in New York.
I can see.
I'll allow that. Yeah, and then Sirianni again probably should be safe, but they would run his ass out of town. He'd be gone.
Yeah.
Minnesota
gone.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Kevin O'Connell.
O'Connell. KOC. Did you hear on the broadcast when somebody, the color guy, I guess it was a former player, was like, I saw KOC trending. And
that was Raiders AOC.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. It was the Raiders. Yeah. Who was the guy talking to, you know?
I don't know. It might have been Lincoln Kennedy. That's our color guy.
Said, I saw AOC was trending and thought they were talking some Raiders football, but nope, they were talking about something else.
Talk about a politician.
We're running out of time. Who would keep their job, Jarrett, from the rest of the guys?
McVay and McDonald.
Okay.
That is it. I think the entire South would get fired.
I think Shanahan.
I think Ben Johnson's safe. Dan Campbell gets fired. Matt LaFleur gets fired.
That would be crazy to Campbell went from sugar to you know what. I think Shanahan stays. You don't?
Nah, I think it's a mutual parting of ways amongst the media.
We're calling it fire, dude.
Well, if Andy Reid can retire, I think hey, this has run its course. We're just going to blow it up.
Mike P said Ben Johnson's safe.
Yeah.
As,
All right.
As much as I'd like to see it, I don't know that Todd Bowles would get fired simply because Tampa Bay still has not done it.
No, yeah, he's definitely fired.
That's a
He
stupid
should have been
reason.
gone. He should have been gone.
And you don't think 2-15 would be enough of a reason?
He should have been gone as soon as.
Yeah, but we talked about that with Zach Taylor and with others.
I guess
There's a lot
that's
of
fair.
coaches that we think could be gone at this point, but yeah, he's gone.
2-15 would be the nail.
The nail in the coffin. We'll talk to Jim Szoke. I'm going to talk like this the whole interview with Jim. When will he return? Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live Dink Burrito giveaway as well. Back with you after these words.
Hey, what's this I see? I thought this was a party! Let's dance!
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linville Joseph. Come welcome Linville back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Kickoff Party, brought to you by East Coast Grading, UBE, Aldridge and Sutherland Realtors, The Buck, Ron Ayers Motorsports, Dirty Dan's, The Gold Store, Tiebreakers, and Carolina Eagle Distributors. Arr, party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Hello, Pirate fans. Jeff Stein coming at you from Brown & Wood Buick GMC. For Buick, we've got Envistas at 0.9 with $1,000 purchase allowance. Encore GX 0.9 with $2,250 in purchase allowance. Envision also with 0.9 with $1,750 in purchase allowance. And Enclave 0.9 with $750 in purchase allowance. Only at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. We've got 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or AA.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the pirates fly.
The very best bagels in Greenville are at Bagel Man. Bagel Man is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you're on the go, place your order ahead of time online at ncbagelman.com. Start your day with a breakfast sandwich or for lunch. Try a tuna melt, pastrami sandwich, panini, or specialty wrap. And everyone loves Bagel Man's fresh-made desserts and pastries. Bagel Man is where Pirate Nation fuels up for game day or any day. Bagel Man, 1904 Fire Tower Road in Greenville. And stay tuned for the new Bagel Man location opening soon. Go Pirates!
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most. Whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville. 252-751-3160. BAM!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville. Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home with the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Just for fact checkers out there, Peyton Manning, 3-13 year one, 13-3 year two.
Wow. That's crazy.
Something to look forward to when the Raiders stink this year, Jay. Big
Or
bounce
maybe
back.
they're just great this year.
Could be. Oh, wait, are you starting to think that? You sucker. Oh, man.
Mike Washington Jr., man. That dude's going to be a stud.
That's the danger of having, like, thinking you've set your expectations for football a month before the season starts. There's so much more time to get hyped up. You know, it's like the closer you get, the more you start to try to rationalize your team being good this year. And it happens to every fan base. So I'll get there maybe with the Commanders this year. We've got a lot of negativity right now, a lot of dark clouds over DC / Landover, Maryland / wherever their crap stadium is. But by the time we get to week 1 against Philly, I'll somehow talk myself into believing we can win that game and win the division. All right, coming up after this interview, at the end of this segment, we're going to give away a Dank Burrito gift card. So be ready to call 317-1250, and we will make you a winner to Dank Burrito. And enjoy the interview in the meantime, because earlier today I talked to the play-by-play voice of East Carolina football and also part of the Panthers radio network, Jim Szoke. And here's my chat with Jim. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, the voice of ECU football, and also you hear him on the Panthers radio network. He is Jim Szoke. Joining us, Jim, great to chat with you again. How you doing, sir?
I'm well. How are you, Clip?
Hey, we're doing good. We're staying busy, which is great. It is a fun time of the year, and you know about staying busy, I would say, Jim, especially when it comes to traveling and talking about the sport of American football. But I want to talk some Panthers with you, but also want to dig into the Pirates as we are, again, now in week 3 of fall camp. 1 scrimmage in the books, got media day and another scrimmage coming up. So Blake Harrell's really finding out what he has right now, and I can't wait to see what it looks like when they take on Alabama. Jim, what I don't know, what are you kind of focusing on at this point in the offseason when it comes to East Carolina? I asked Andrew Bays this last week, so I'll ask you, how well do you know this roster, and how much homework do you still have to do the next couple weeks?
Oh, I've got homework all day long. I got my Panthers, I got my ECU. I got to keep them all in front of me. I think, for being welcome to a group of 6 football, first of all, when you've got this level and how many kids transferred up to a Power 4, along with graduation, all the things that are going on. I think as far as we know and kind of the reports about what we're hearing, I was out there at practice yesterday, and of course we had the kickoff luncheon at Minji's. I think everyone's optimistic about what they've got, but you don't know for sure till you get into the games. But I like the way that they had so much to replace, whether it be the coordinators of the coaching staff, offensive, defensive holes. I think they did the best imaginable job they could of not only that, but retaining some players that were part of the culture the past couple of years, and then bringing in a lot of kids and still doing high school recruiting. So I think Blake and the whole staff have done a great job of doing as good of a job as you can, and then we'll roll it out there and see how it looks coming up in about 2.5 weeks.
All the fans want to hear about the quarterbacks, and heck, to be honest, Jim, I want to know who's starting a quarterback too, but we don't have that answer yet. Do you have a prediction? Do you have anything in mind at what it might look like at quarterback when ECU takes on Alabama?
Well, believe it or not, I actually asked that same question yesterday, and the answer is I believe it to be 100% true, is they're still working on it. I think what it is they have two good options, obviously, with Mitch Griffiths and Emory Williams. So I think it's not a matter of them being coy or a smokescreen. I think they both bring a lot of value. I'll say, again, limited sample size for me, but Emory Williams does not run like he's Bernie Kosar. Like people talk about one can run, one can. It's not like that. They both have the ability to extend plays with their feet. They both have strong arms. They both have leadership abilities. Mitch has started, more games than Emory. But again, it's like who's going to grasp this offense under Coach Davis and be able to run it best? And I think the answer is both. And my guess is during the season we'll see both. And I think in the Alabama game we may see both because you want to see. You probably tell the game setting exactly how good they are. So again, depending how the game starts and plays out, will determine that. But I do think that there's a lot to like about both guys, what they can bring at that role, given an opportunity.
Just heard from Brock Spalding on the Brian Bailey show as we're recording this around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And if there were odds set, I would say Brock would be the odds-on leader to lead the Pirates in receptions this year. That's just because we've seen him do it before. Who's behind him, Jim? I mean, do you go with Landon Sides, who comes over from North Texas? Hearing a whole lot about Ray coming from Miami. Coaches have been saying his name quite a bit. Or could it be one of the new tight ends? Who are you excited about beyond Brock Spalding in the passing game for the Pirates?
I think, again, just as far as to answer your question, I think probably Ray Joseph and Landon Sides are the most likely. And Sides maybe a little early on because of his familiarity with Coach Davis in North Texas. But Ray Joseph, I mean, in the slot, I think this offense is going to run a lot through that kind of offense. Get it in his hands, let him catch and run on shorter patterns and take off and run with it. And again, they'll mix it up with a lot of different things. But I think that's a big part of the offense. But just like ECU of the past, like we kind of lose sight of the fact that this team runs the ball. And I think, this offense under Coach Davis at North Texas, he made a point during the luncheon yesterday to say, they had a big running game at North Texas. They didn't put up 45 points all in the air. So I think Ashton Gray, TJ Engelman coming back, bringing the hometown kid Michael Allen back. I think it's like talented depth, as opposed to one guy standing out and putting up big numbers. I'd be shocked if it works out that way. I think it's going to be more of a collaboration where you're going to see a bunch of guys making it, whether it's the receiver room or the running back room. And to answer what you said about the tight end room, probably a little bit more centric of the receivers as opposed to the tight ends, although they got some height and they got the talent at the tight end position too. And at East Carolina, you're never going to have a, 80s, 90s Nebraska offensive line or, Iowa or SEC, LSU, whatever. But the closer we get to it, the more I feel like they could have something here with Brandon Best coming in, Bryce Weaver, the veteran. I feel like they have guys that have experience, and it's just a matter of getting them all on the same page and staying healthy. I was talking to somebody out there Saturday at the scrimmage, and they said, look, the first five is really good. The problem is after that, if something happens, what do you have? So that's always a question mark at East Carolina and really every group of six school, Jim. But your thoughts on the O-line. Can that be maybe a strength for ECU this year? They're all veteran guys. Obviously Carson Jones coming off the injury, but he's a fourth-year guy. You mentioned Bryce, fourth-year player. Brandon Best, Ethan Kramer, and Hayes Creel, all fifth- or sixth-year guys in college football. So these guys have all played somewhere before. And in today's college football, and the way I think the passing game will work for us is you try to mitigate the damage of having to hold too long in the pass blocking, pass pro. A ball comes out quick. It shouldn't be a big factor. So the question is going to be like, can they get downhill and block for the running game will probably be the bigger question. And I think they got size and they got experience and depth. And I think as far as the depth goes, I think something like, Marley O'Neal has been talked about. It could be his fourth year. Could he be one of the guys that step up this year? So it's good talent, and it's like a lot of colleges are dealing with that. It's hard to keep five guys together, but I think the guys you all named are definitely going to be the ones that factor in mostly. And, man, Jim, you look at the defense, you almost take it for granted and just assume, okay, they're going to be good enough to win us some games. And you think about last year, like outside of BYU and maybe the first half of NC State, which our offense didn't give them help at all, and then the UTSA debacle. I mean, I feel like the defense played well enough to win just about every game last year, and that's what you hope in 2026 football. Keep them under 30, keep them under 24 points, and you got a shot. How about this edition of the ECU defense 2026? What are you excited about on that side of the ball, Jim? I think, every year that I've been around, I know it goes back longer than this, is defensive line begins there. And you bring back a bunch of guys with ECU experience. Obviously, Josiah Robinson comes to mind, Preston Carr, Brian Roseborough, but then you got edge rushers like Julian Davis and Kendrick Dujour. So I think it's deep and talented as far as the defensive line goes. You got great linebacker group led by DJ Johnson.
Yeah.
And Cruz Law coming aboard from Memphis along with his brother Cade. And then the secondary is almost completely new. But again, talking with the coaches yesterday, again, you got KJ Merrill and the nickel, obviously, but with the other like corner and safety spots, it's so new, but they're all talented. I think there's a lot of upgraded talent as far as what's there. So as long as it meshes quickly together, I think there's a lot to like there. I think Zaire Gamble's been a guy who's been talked a lot coming on board from App State. So at a safety position, I think it's a really talented group with a nice mix of returning players, but also transfer portal. I think they really filled the holes where they needed to.
Blake Harrell was asked last week position groups he's excited about, and his first answer was the linebackers, and that kind of fired me up because I feel like as a Pirate fan and even as a Commanders fan, it kind of lacked that strong linebacking core. You calling Panthers games know all about strong linebackers. The Panthers would have one of the best linebacker cores in the league and then draft another one and just add them to the mix. And
right.
For years, that was a position of strength. But the Law brothers, DJ, that gets me fired up, Jim, that maybe that could be a real strength of the defense this year.
Yeah, and you need that, obviously, because that allows everyone to do their job when you don't have to worry about the middle of the defense being soft. You throw in Jackson Barker, his experience with the group too. So I like what they've got at that position. And I think overall, as far as getting this team personnel-wise ready to roll for this season, with all the changes that have gone on, I think they did as good of a job of reloading as they could. There's a lot of talent on both sides of the ball.
Man, the unknown can be scary. It can also be exciting, but just looking at this schedule, we've seen how fast things can flip in college football. And, what does that mean for Brian Hartline in South Florida? How quickly can he, keep them at their level and maybe even be better? Charles Huff's a really good coach. I know they lost a lot, but what can he do at Memphis? So when you're going down and trying to check wins and losses, Jim, it gets difficult because you've got coaches that are out, but you got some really talented coaches coming in and also coaches that have brought some guys with them. So I'm just fascinated to see how this whole thing plays out.
Yeah, and I agree. I think, for example, I think Temple and UAB are going to be better this year. So again, these are teams that ECU expects to beat. But I think I'm sure you guys say it all the time too. The American Conference of the Group of Six is, I think, by far the best conference as far as the talent goes. And we've seen that with the guys that moved up from ECU to Power 4 last year. So it's the best conference at this level, and it's the most competitive one. And I think for me, ECU is going to be in that top 2 to 3 and have a chance to compete for a conference championship. And how great would that be to have something like that at Dowdy-Ficklen at the end of this year? But I think ECU is going to be in that mix right through it and hopefully make it all the way into and win that championship game this year. I think the Pirates have as good of a shot as anybody in the conference to make that happen.
Jim, if this ECU-Bama game was 10 years ago, we wouldn't have to do much research. We would know their quarterback, 2 of their running backs, 4 of their receivers, their D-line, like everybody. And look, they're still going to have a ton of NFL guys on this roster, obviously. But outside of, like, Ryan Williams, they don't have that star power. They're 13th in the AP Top 25. Still a really, really great team. I'm not saying that. But it's missing some of the lore and the aura, I guess, that Nick Saban's Bama teams have had. What's your take on the Crimson Tide?
Yeah, I feel like Kalen DeBoer has been fighting an uphill battle since he got there because he's not Nick Saban. And so, they're only 13th where they used to be, first or second in the preseason AP poll. Obviously, they're excellent and they're deep and they got some questions. But I think it's all about Keelan Russell, their freshman quarterback. Will he be ready to roll? I'm sure we'll see him at some part, if not starting in this first game, because you bring in a kid like that, you're going to want him to play. And him and Austin Mack, they got 2 options there. A lot of tough stuff they're talking about on their shows is the offensive line is inexperienced. But I know they're a big favorite against ECU, but things happen. We see it every week in college football. I think the Pirates are a competitive, tough bunch, and we've seen them beat Power 4 teams in a bowl game each of the past 2 years. So I don't rule out any kind of an outcome that could happen. I think, beyond playing well, your first goal is to try to win the game. And then secondly, also get ready for the rest of your season. Win or lose, you've got to be ready for the rest of the season rolling out, like trying to figure out your roster. But hopefully you're doing it while winning and competing at a high level, playing in that game.
Jim Szoke joining us. Jim, on Saturdays you're calling Pirate football and then sprinting to your NFL destination, and then Sundays you're calling the Panthers. Sometimes you got to travel again. Sometimes you get to drive home, and who knows, maybe watch a night game or something. But is college football almost too overwhelming with what you do to know exactly what's going on week to week? I got to think the NFL is a lot easier to consume just for lack of games. Your knowledge from all the years. Are you a college football fan, or is it almost impossible to be with your job?
Oh no, I love college football. I grew up in Ohio, so I went to Bowling Green, but also an Ohio State fan growing up. And so I've got big rooting interest, and actually, excited to see what Eddie George can do in his second year at Bowling Green. But Ohio State, it's about as good as it gets in college football. Keeps me watching that every week. And having worked down here for 30 whatever years, ACC, and my wife went to North Carolina. So I've had kids that go to NC State, App State. So I've been to every college, North and South Carolina, or worked other college games before I started doing ECU. I've been to a lot of games. I got the chance to call. In fact, not my first time going to Alabama. I did Alabama, Kentucky 8 or 9 years ago with Gino Torretta doing a game down there at Tuscaloosa. It's a great atmosphere. So I love the atmosphere. I like the play style of college football. It's fun and it's entertaining. NFL, like you said, it's a little bit more stable, as I think anything is more stable than college football as far as any sport that you could imagine. So there's a little more continuity in the NFL game. It's easier to remember who's where and who's coaching and those kind of things. But they're both great in their own way, and I like them both. I don't know if I have a preference, honestly. I love both that. My kids played high school ball, so that used to be Friday nights. Now they're like 30-ish, so we're not doing that as much anymore, if at all. But love the fact that college is mostly Saturdays, Sundays, and a lot of Thursdays mixed in there too, as it is every year.
Yeah, I love college football, but I've always said if you have to give me one, give me a NFL Sunday, and I'll take that. But the gap has gotten closer, which is crazy to say because I hate pretty much everything that goes on off the field in college football. But the games, the expanded playoff, they'll give you some marquee games early in the non-conference. I have grown to somehow love college football more, the games themselves, than I did years ago, even though it's as wacky as it's ever been. But man, cannot wait for these Saturdays and Sundays coming up. Jim, let's talk a little Panthers before we let you go. Already 2 preseason games in the books. How is Canton, Ohio? What's it like going there?
Well, again, it's near home for me. It's about 35 minutes from where I grew up. So Canton's a special place, obviously. And it's been 31 years between visits there as far as the Panthers, that first ever preseason game in 95 against the Jaguars. But I enjoyed being up there again and seeing what they've done, with the place. They didn't actually have time to go inside the Hall of Fame, but just the stadium itself and the surrounding structures around it has really grown up. And as you imagine, in 30 years, like a lot of things would. But for the Panthers, I thought, it was a great setting. Luke Kuechly is a great guy. And, we talked about that heading into the whole experience of the Pro Football Hall of Fame and him being inducted, but it couldn't happen to a better player, nicer guy. He's one of our broadcast partners in the rotation. So Luke's a first-class guy. So that whole trip was fun. And you mentioned that college gap is closed with pro football. A great example is undrafted rookie quarterback Haynes King. I thought they were going to put him in the Pro Football Hall of Fame with Luke Kuechly, the way he played in that game. So I think, these kids come out more pro ready and don't need as much time if they use the term red shirt in the NFL, the red shirt in the NFL. A lot of these kids are ready to come in and play right away. And I say kids like, these kids are 25, 26 years old. Right. They're not babies, but they have a lot of experience when they hit the ground running in the pros now.
And Jim, did you get to help open up the new Bills Stadium as well over the weekend?
We did. So I was up there last week. Preseason I did do the play-by-play, and I'll do that in Jacksonville and versus Houston, and then color in the rotation with the guys here during the regular season. But I will say this, it was new, but $2.2 billion. I've been to LA, like SoFi. I've been to the new Raiders Stadium and some others. I thought it was just okay. It just kind of looked like MetLife Stadium in the Meadowlands to me. It didn't look like anything like, again, we didn't go through all the concourse areas and the suites or anything, but I thought it was nice, but it didn't really stand out as being memorable. So it's not a knock on it. I didn't think for being one, like the newest stadium to open, that it was that different. I had kind of that feeling about FedEx back in the day when Washington opened their new stadium. It was new, but I felt like they did it on the cheap in a way because it just didn't really have a lot of character or personality.
Yeah, thanks for throwing that in, Jim.
I wanted to have a little. little insight that you would appreciate.
The absolute dump that is FedEx Northwest, whatever they call it, field. Jim Szoke joining us. Jim, kind of I don't want to make this a fantasy football question because I am intrigued about the player, but I saw a ranking and it had Jonathan Brooks like 26, and I was like, wow. That's kind of high for a guy that really hasn't been able to do anything. But what is his outlook? And I know Panthers fans, and even me as a football fan, like I feel bad for the guy. I want to see him get out there and be able to do what he can do. But what is his outlook right now with Carolina and his availability to play?
As far as what he has said and what he has shown, he said, I'm not holding anything back. So there's no training wheels, there's no restraints, there's no pitch count with him. So he's out there playing, and it says he feels as good as he ever has, as if the two ACLs had never happened. So that's a marvel of medicine for one thing, but for him, and he's a real deep faith guy too, and so he's very outward about that. But it was really an emotional experience for him up in Buffalo to get to play, because he didn't play in that first preseason game. He's never played in a preseason game. He's been injured the last two preseasons, and obviously barely played his first year in the regular season at the end. So he's excited. You see the quickness. He's a pass catcher. So I think more so even than Chuba, he's a pass catching running back. So I think what you're talking about as far as what people are looking at is the dimension of catching and running the ball, and that, could he, gain more reps as the year goes on as far as who's in that reps of getting the running of the football as the season goes on. So I think there's a lot of excitement about just the game-changing ability that he'll bring because of the speed that he does have. And he was the first running back taken in that draft a couple of years ago. So he's, for a reason, it was second round, but he was the first running back off the board.
Jim, the American's wide open. The NFC South is wide open. You could be in November in college football, December in pro football, and be calling some tight races, I think, later this year.
That's how it was last year, and it's fun. And you're right. I think there's some struggles going on with the other NFC South teams, and I think the Panthers realized, I think making a move like Darren Waller, that they're going to be right in that mix to be able to win. And that was, I think, a big ad for them that could be something that pays off in the red zone, in particular, getting him in a tight end, 6'6" guy. I think the Panthers, again, will go as far as Bryce Young's development goes. And I know people are polarizing about him, but he's gotten better each of the 3 years. If he can continue on that trajectory this year, I think they'll be in really good shape because I like what's around him.
And Jim, again, to bring up your crazy schedule, is preseason keeping you away from media day this weekend for ECU?
It is. We'll be in Jacksonville for the game, and both scrimmages, as it turns out, was in Buffalo for the scrimmage last week, and then the scrimmage media day coming up with the Jacksonville trip coming up here. So it's good to get in town to do the kickoff luncheon and see practice Monday. But it's kind of a balance of both. I'll say I got to meet both of the coordinators, both Jordans, Jordan Davis and Jordan Hankins. Great guys, obviously good football coaches, I should say, and players in the past. But I mean, two guys that know football well. But I think you're really going to enjoy their personalities. Of course, they're going to be a little tighter during those press conferences that I watch. But when you get to know them, I think they blend in really well. And I think that matters. I think there's a chemistry with this group, coaching staff-wise, because they have to blend in with Blake and the existing coaches. But also with these players. But I'm excited about what ECU's got on the table this year.
Jim, we always appreciate a few minutes of your time, man. I know you're busy, and we'll try to catch up with you again in September. But appreciate you joining us. Have a great call this weekend when the Panthers play the Jags, and we'll talk to you again down the road, man.
Always enjoy it. Thank you, Clip.
Caller 4-317-1250 is a winner right now, and we've got more to go on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hi, I'm Allie from Tiebreakers. People always ask me what it's like having a dad who owns Tiebreakers. It's pretty awesome, except every time we go there,
here it comes.
Everybody wants to talk to my dad. I'm just trying to get my burger and play some arcade games.
Occupational hazard.
Worth it. Break the chain. Eat local. 3 locations. 1 hometown favorite because everyone loves burgers.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids.
On October 9th, it's country music star Brantley Gilbert, along with special guests John Morgan and Jay Webb. For tickets, visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com.
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington-Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington-Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit wbcchamber.com.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
If you're looking to make someone's day a little sweeter, Nothing Bundt Cakes has the perfect treat. From our bite-sized buntinis to our delicious 8 and 10-inch bundt cakes, every cake is baked fresh daily and topped with our signature cream cheese frosting. Birthdays, celebrations, office treats, or just because. There's always a reason for a bundt cake. Come see us in Greenville in the Law Promenade Shopping Center near Longhorn and let us help you share a little joy, one bunt at a time. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Make life a little sweeter every day.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and, of course, all your favorites. Flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholistico.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Jared, who will be enjoying Dank Burrito on us?
Mike Kennedy.
Kennedy.
From Farmville.
Congratulations, Mike. Can we call you Maggle? Man, I like the jerk. I get a jerk.
What'd you say, Chuck?
Big fan of the spicy, but they got a lot of great options over there at Dank Burrito. Congratulations, Mike. Little Pirates in the Pros. Oh, before we get there, a couple of comments. Jamie says Jeremiah Melvin. Oh.
Jeremiah Melvin.
Oh, okay.
Jeremiah Melvin.
Jeremiah Melvin.
I was going to
Jeremiah
ask.
Melvin.
Jeremiah Melvin.
Jeremiah Melvin.
I loaded him up.
All right. Hey, way to go, dude.
Because I loaded up.
Give me back my son. Protecting that chicken is a must.
I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
My recent saves, and then I was like, oh crap, I haven't uploaded our Jeremiah Melvins.
That is great work by you, Jared. We had a computer issue earlier today, and right when I called for that, I thought, uh-oh, did producer Jared go the extra mile? And you know what? I'm going to apologize for even having that question in my head.
Jeremiah Melvin.
There we go. He said, just wanted to get it in on today's show.
Jeremiah Melvin.
Jamie says, also, Jim is one of my favorite guests. Stepped into an almost impossible job situation and has flourished. Can't replace a legend, but he's great at his job. Yeah, I'll agree on that. Former ECU baseball announcer Scott Rogers tweeted out something about ECU not having a director of broadcasting last week.
I thought he also tweeted about Pat McAfee's album. I was about to say 2 more people on the no respect list.
No respect. What was put in the chat earlier? I think it was maybe the words of Kirk Herbstreit. Hopefully people are going to not just enjoy the music, but really listen to the words, Herbstreit said. You really got some strong lyrics and sent some really good messages. And he said, game day performance. I mean, the songs are going to be all over ESPN and college football and college game day.
Yeah.
From the Pat McAfee album. So
there's a song called Dookie talking about smoking dope in Eugene, Oregon.
Now, I will say...
Listen to the lyrics now.
I will say Green Day made a great album called Dookie back in the 90s.
I'm going to hold... I haven't heard it. I'm not a Green Day... I'm not into that kind of music, but I'm going to assume Green Day is good.
Yeah, they got good songs.
Yeah. Green Day's pretty good.
Green Day puts out something called...
They play instruments.
Called Dookie. I was like, all right, there's got to be something there. Pat McAfee puts out something called Dookie, and it's like, at least believe in yourself, man. You're already telling me your work is crap.
Dookie. That's a fun word that's not said enough these days, though.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for agreeing with me on that. Pirates and the Pros, Jared, who beats the Wiz?
Nobody beats the Wiz.
That's right. These stats are probably wrong. It says he's 3-3, but nobody beats the Wiz.
Except for those 3.
ERA just above 6. He starts tonight against the Guardians, and unfortunately will not be against Gav. I think Gav scheduled to pitch on Thursday. But Carson Wisenhunt, 3-3 on the season, gets the ball for the Giants coming up at 6:40. Clayton McCullough and the Fish go to Philly to face the Philadelphia Phillies.
Didn't he get tossed last night?
Oh, I didn't see that.
I saw him like MFing some ump.
I thought you were going to say unk.
That ump looked like an unk.
Clayton McCullough. He's been, that wouldn't be his first time getting tossed this year.
No.
With the bases loaded, 2 outs, Javier Sanola hit a ball down the line. Umpire Shane Livensparger ruled it foul. The call was overturned. Marlins were only awarded 2 runs, even though a 3rd run would have scored. And Clayton McCullough complained. He got ejected, and the Marlins lost by 1. Let's see if I can...
No, so he got run just for
he's
that.
thrown out of the game.
Yeah. Clayton with some good old F-bombs. And
They just tased Ryan.
they just tased Clay.
Go get Justin.
That was a great moment.
We're going to end our live feed.
That's how those guys sound.
I forgot I need to put that into the closing bed. Or I might need you to just hit it manually. Maybe when we're closing out.
I can't because the bed is in this program.
If only there was another way. All right, you know what I'm gonna do, Jarrett? I'm gonna do something.
What if you load the bed on the production?
Look, Jackson, obviously we all know he could do that, but we're not gonna give him extra work. What we're gonna do is tomorrow I'm gonna save the Pirate Radio Live closing bed, and at the beginning of it, you're gonna hear this.
We're going to end our live feed.
And then the music. And then problem solved, right?
Yeah.
So every time we're about to wrap up the show, Jarrett will hit the closing bed, and it'll start with, we're going to end our live feed.
Bing, bang, boom.
Bang, bang, boom. Easy peasy. Jared, did you see the brawl in the stands last night between the White Sox and Cubs fans?
No, I saw you showing Bailey, J.R. Robinson, and Brian Spalding.
And the players, yeah. It was...
Who won?
I guess the White Sox. Some fat Cubs fan just got hit repeatedly. Although...
They just tased dry.
I don't know how much damage was being done because he was just sitting there trying to block it and was just getting punch after punch.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
He did not hulk up, which would have been cool. Bailey said he was doing the rope-a-dope like Muhammad Ali because he was just sitting there taking the punches. But
protecting that chicken is a must.
That is true. Where was security? No idea. And he been waiting to get that one in. That fat guy was taking those punches saying,
Let's go find you, sister.
No, he was definitely not saying that. He was saying, Where are they? Where are you? So White Sox Cubs do battle again tonight on TBS.
Yeah, we gonna get him.
Pete Crow Armstrong with the walk-off. Saw on the telly earlier today.
He's now the favorite to win the NL MVP.
How about that? Over Shohei Ohtani.
Slight favorite. I mean, they're both favored minus money.
It was minus 115 to minus 105.
Yeah.
But still, him being over Ohtani. This might not resonate with you guys, but do you know why Pete Crow Armstrong's mother is famous?
She was in The Crow?
No.
Okay.
You're going
Her arm is strong.
You're going the Mully route. I said, do you know who Pete Crow Armstrong's mom is? And he said, Sheryl Crow?
Yeah.
And I said, no. And then he said, but wait, she was with Lance Armstrong. Like, it would make perfect sense if it was.
And I believe Sheryl Crow is spelled with an E, maybe?
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I like your maybe. You said, I believe maybe. Sheryl Crow is... Now, how much you want to bet on it? How confident are you, Jarrett?
Let's see. Hold on.
You're going to go, let's go $1. You going to go $1?
I don't have enough money. I got to get home.
Okay. No E. Good no
E,
bet.
yeah.
Good no bet. Way to be smart. Sometimes the best bets are the ones you don't make.
Yeah. Lately, I've only been betting when I've been drinking.
So you bet every day and quite a bit.
I bet Joey Logano 5 minutes before the race started, along with like 3 other drivers.
Really?
Yes.
I like that you will bet on guys you don't like if you think they have a chance to win.
I put a lot on Ty Gibbs. Trust me, if I think they've got a shot.
Pete Crow Armstrong's mother is an actress, and she was the mother of the boy who was the manager in the 90s film Little Big League.
Okay.
A baseball movie.
Yes.
Cool.
It got lost in the shuffle a little bit because you had Rookie of the Year, you had The Sandlot, you had Angels in the Outfield. A lot of baseball movies around there, but Little Big League was pretty good. I can't remember the circumstances as to why, but like an 8-year-old kid was the manager of the Minnesota Twins. So
I've never seen that movie. That's why I was like, cool. So,
okay.
That's not
me. You can stop.
That's not me.
You don't have to talk. You don't have to say any. Sometimes you can just sit there.
I do that a lot.
Yeah. But I mean, you could do it even more, some would say.
I've never seen the movie. You didn't hear me saying anything.
Okay, shut up, Jared. You're such a kiss. I didn't say anything. So there is the Pete Crow Armstrong story. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Jackson, I'm going to let you shine.
Oh, boy.
You want to shine?
Sure.
Have you cooked up any hot football takes yet? Or are you still got the microwave, the toaster, the oven?
I don't know. I have a few I'm thinking about.
Are you preheating the oven?
Yes, definitely.
Let's do some flip throughs. Let's talk. We'll talk some Pirates. We'll talk some football. I wish there was a game on tonight. I'm in the mood to eat wings and watch football. You know what I'm saying?
What's today, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Get some action soon enough.
We got Hard Knocks tonight.
Raiders play Thursday.
All right. Looking forward to football on my television. We'll put some football into your ears when we return after this.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And now with 3 locations. A brand new Country Mart is now open on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Is your car making strange noises? Or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care. From quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too, our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse. Good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservations. Larry's Steakhouse.
Hi, this is Parker Morgan, sales manager at Morgan Printers in Greenville. We're a full-service, family-owned printing company specializing in superior four-color printing, serving both the commercial and retail markets all across eastern North Carolina. Whether you need personalized marketing and promotional items, posters, business cards, books, magazines, calendars, or invitations, we want to be your print company of choice. Call me anytime to discuss your project needs at 800-962-1972. That's 800-962-1972, or go to morganprinters.com.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
This is Dr. Dixon from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
This is Coach Ruffin McNeil, and when you tune into Pirate Radio, I can't guarantee what's going to happen, so listen at your own risk, please.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels and Gayquee Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or call 752-1600. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Jamie says, great job on the board, Jarrett.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Jarrett, I've told him too, like, I produced Live at 5 forever with Troy and Jonathan, and I hosted my own show and produced that show, one-man band. And I know Jarrett wants to be in this room, but I've told him, like, think about why Jim Rome, well, I'm speaking personally, why I love Jim Rome, why I love Howard Stern. It was the sound bites. Yeah. It was that part of the show. So, like, Jarrett has an opportunity now to be a co-host and influence the show and make it better and make it funnier. And I hope you run with that opportunity.
Give me back my son!
And also,
I'll run that into the ground. You can't run that into the ground.
No. Also, the backup is way more popular than the starter. Like, when I was producing, I would get my fans. People get tired of the host. That, if it hasn't already happened, is going to happen here. You're going to be the fan favorite, and you're going to jab me, and people are going to be like, "Oh man, Jarrett got Clip again. Love it. Favorite part." So, like, I hope you realize what you got going on right now.
Yeah, I got some going on.
Yeah, a little bit going on. This is the last Saturday with no real football. That's awesome to say.
Yeah.
Awesome. Of course, you got your preseason NFL.
Awesome.
But next Saturday, it is week 0. Great day. Got my annual fantasy football draft. Sometimes that would run into media day for ECU. But this year, we'll do media day this week, fantasy in week 0 next week, going right into week 1. Awesome. Best time of the year. And what comes with that, too, is picks, predictions, which brings me back to last year when the Jackson went on a hellacious run picking MAC games. And look, we're gonna hold hands and walk into this college football season together, folks, because some people still can't fathom that Maryland's in the Big Ten, and that was like 20 years ago.
Dude, I gave a Pac-12 pick this morning at practice, and maybe it's because I was a little tired, but the guy looked at me, he's like, "Hey, UCLA's in the Big Ten."
Like, there we go. Great example. Try to figure out the Mountain West and Pac-12. I bet you can't without research. But even me, folks, even me, the savant that I am. The other day, Jackson said, "When's the spread going to come out for Eastern Michigan, Sacramento State?" I said, "Jackson, you young, dumb kid. They don't come out with FCS games, until like hours before kickoff."
Yeah, that's tough.
And what'd you say to me, Jackson?
Sacramento State is now in the MAC.
Gross.
It is very gross. It should not be happening, but it is happening. And I was wrong. Jackson was right. Which means we kick off. We got conference games on week 0, baby.
We got action.
We got State Virginia. We got, that's the only one other than Sacramento State, Eastern Michigan, 6:30. Great time slot on ESPN Plus. Every other game's available on a regular network except this one. But Sacramento State walks right into the fire of MAC play. Game 1, year 1 against Eastern Michigan. And Jackson claims that he already has his first pick of the season. Are you sure you want to do this week 0?
I do, and I actually just changed it. I'm not even joking.
You said locked and loaded. Like, let's do it today. Locked and loaded.
Hold on. Let me explain.
Sometimes the gun jams.
Hold on. No, let me explain. Let me explain about this. Okay. So I'm looking at the line right now. It is an 8.5. favorite
Trickery
for
board.
Eastern Michigan. It is now no longer plus money to take the spread for Sacramento State, which was going to be my pick. But that's fine because I thought they were going to win outright anyway, which is still plus money. So I'm going to take Sacramento State for the first ever Maxon pick of the year. It'll be Sacramento State money line on the road against Eastern Michigan.
Money line?
Money line.
My goodness. So one thing I did say to you when we had that off-air discussion was I would not take Eastern Michigan minus 8.5 over D.H. Conley. I would not do that. Money line, though, Sacramento State, that is wild, dude. You sure you want to?
I want to do this.
What is the money line?
The money line is plus 275.
So let's look up Eastern Michigan. How many wins do you think they won? How many games? They won 4 games last year.
Yeah, I'm going to say they were in the same situation as Ball State.
They beat Louisiana. Shout out Emory Hunt.
Oh, yeah. He said they were going to the playoffs.
They won as a 2-point dog against Northern Illinois. They won as a favorite against Bowling Green. And they won as a 2-point favorite against Ball State. My goodness, the MAC is bad. Mm-hmm. But what you're telling me is Sacramento State is going to come in and win at Eastern Michigan.
I do.
Take us to break, Jarrett. What did Sacramento State football seasons, what did they do last year? Again, I don't know anything about these teams, but we're going to find out. They went 7-5 in the Big Sky. Let's see if they played an FBS opponent. They lost 20-3. They only gave up 20 points to South Dakota State. They lost by 3 at Nevada. They lost to number 4 Montana. So I mean, even their losses.
Their losses are good losses.
They lost in the
It's last year though.
I guess in the playoffs on the road by 4. So. You know what, Jackson? I will see what happens between now and then. I'm taking them plus the points. I don't know if I'm quite ready to jump in with the money line. But you know, we'll still got time between now and then. We'll take our last break, come back, get ready to wrap things up here on a Tuesday after this.
What's going on here?
The greatest party of all time! It's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my whole life!
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linville Joseph. Come welcome Linville back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Kickoff Party. Brought to you by Greenville Utilities, Jones, Covey & Company, PA, Capital Subaru of Greenville, KDL Construction, New Blue, Patio and Hearth Shop, Orthopedics East, IBC Roofing, and Carolina Eagle Distributors. Party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Hey O's fans, summer is in full swing, and so is the Birdland Summer Music Series presented by CFG Bank. Hit the yard on Friday, August 21st as the Orioles take on the Rays. Then enjoy a live post-game concert by 90s icons Vanilla Ice, Tone Loc, Tag Team, and Tretch from Naughty by Nature. Watch from your seat or score a field pass to get even closer to the action. Get your tickets to see I Love the 90s at Orioles.com/music.
Hey, Pirate fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. A win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Proudly distributed locally by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Move-in week is here, Pirates! Before you unpack, make your first stop at Dank Burrito on Red Banks Road. Fuel up with scratch-made favorites like jerk chicken, pork belly, tacos, bowls, and massive burritos, all made with chef-driven ingredients. Order ahead at order.dankburrito.com or use the Dank Burrito app. Students, join Dank Burrito Rewards and earn free food all semester. Visit Dank Burrito at 108 Red Banks Road in Greenville. And parents, stop by our Morehead City location on your next Crystal Coast trip. Dank Burrito, fuel your pirate adventure. Go Pirates!
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021 for a roof that's built to last and service you can trust. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
Summer is going out with a bang at the Winterville Watermelon Festival. Thursday, August 27th. Cruise-in car show and wristband night. Unlimited amusement rides. Just $25. Friday. Free live music, vendors, rides, and a Taylor Swift tribute by Feelin' 22. Saturday, it's Watermelon Jam, featuring Colin Stow and country superstar Easton Corbin. Then Sunday, Wristband Day. 1 to 6 p.m. Rides just $25. The Winterville Watermelon Festival. August 27th through the 30th. Full schedule and tickets at watermelonfest.com.
This is Bruce Bivens, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tough day for the stock market. The NASDAQ was down 355 for a total of 26,289. The S&P was down 53 for a total of 7,691. And the Dow was down 116 for a total of 53,343. That's to look at your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Missed Slim 80 today. Had a work-related meeting to be at, so hopefully we will see him coming up next Tuesday. Junior Smith slotted in for Wednesday. Also, Ken of Watlington, Donnell Coley, and more football talk. I hadn't done a flip through in a while. We got a 1-minute flip through. Have we talked Kentucky? I think we have. Have we talked Stanford? I don't think we have.
Davis Mills.
Stanford 4-8. Marcus Monroe, son of Kevin Monroe, will be a true freshman at Stanford. 4-8 last year. Who'd they beat in the ACC? They beat Boston College. They beat Florida State. They beat Cal. And their other win was against San Jose State. They open up week 0 against Hawaii. So that'll be a fun. Look, any week 0 game is fun. But count me in for Stanford, Hawaii. Then they will play the following Friday, the day before ECU Bama. They got Miami going all the way out there to California. So an interesting start to the season for the Stanford Cardinal. Also Notre Dame on the schedule. And shout out to Elon going all the way across the country to play Stanford for homecoming.
That's regional, man.
That's ACC.
Yeah.
There we go. Stanford's all-time leading passer is Steve Stenstrom. I remember that name from the NFL. Andrew Luck, number 2. Kevin Hogan, number 3. Boy, Stephon Taylor could run the ball, as could Christian McCaffrey. Who's the other guy? Toby Gerhart, not on their all-time rushing list. A little surprising. That will wrap it up for today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Great job, Jarrett. Great job, Jackman. We'll see you Wednesday. Appreciate y'all tuning in. For the crew, I'm Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate